Sports Center.
In the NFL, Houston Texans wide receiver Stephon Diggs' season is over, as MRIs confirmed he did in fact suffer an ACL tear in Sunday's win over the Colts. In the NBA, the Spurs look to bounce back tonight as they're in Oklahoma City to take on the Thunder. Tip-off set for 8:30. In the World Series, the Yankees take Game 4 with an 11-4 win. The Dodgers lead the series 3-1. I'm Vic Brown with 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Good morning, everybody! Hello, and welcome in to the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm AJ Hoffman. I'm able to be loud and proud today because, you know, my family's not sleeping in the next room.
Right.
Joined, as always, by my co-host, the one, the only, Mr. Rob Thompson! And Rob.
Where did Rob go? I don't know where he went.
All I see is I see an empty seat here. Rob? Do we have him on the line, Vic?
No, he's not there. He's not there either.
Oh, man. Well,
He's gone. He's sick.
Rob's sick again.
He got me sick, too.
What is it with, I mean, at least you have an excuse to have a pathetic immune system. You're like missing body parts.
Yeah.
You're a one-kidney diabetic.
I had chemotherapy, too, so.
Yeah. Like, you're lucky to be alive, to be quite honest.
Yeah, to be honest, yeah. But Rob was coughing on me. He was coughing on me, coughing all in the studio, all over the mic. He was,
Gross.
I was like, I wiped the whole thing down, but still got sick.
Well, I'm no conspiracy theorist.
Yeah.
But it seems to me like last week, Rob was talking about going to get his flu shot.
Oh, yeah. He did get one, didn't he?
Uh-huh. And I said, I don't get flu shots.
We don't have to.
I don't believe in that.
I don't believe in that either, but.
So I didn't get a flu shot, and I'm here.
You're fine.
Rob got a flu shot, and he's homesick.
He's homesick. Wasn't Minix out too?
Yep.
Yeah, my daughter's home last night and today.
She's sick?
She's sick too, sore throat.
Dude.
Yeah, I was gargling with coffee this morning. So.
Is your daughter immunocompromised?
Yeah, it is. She's got amoxicillin. They gave her that in a shot of something.
But does she have any, does she have anything wrong with her?
No.
No?
Mm-mm.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. All these guys, Rob, Minix, supposed to be healthy. Minix used to be a great big fat person. He lost a bunch of weight so he wouldn't have to get sick all the time.
And then he's still
sick anyway. What a loser. Looks like just me and Joe Reinagle.
Right? The only healthy ones?
I guess so.
And
I
Edwin.
guess so.
Edwin, too.
Well, Edwin just doesn't even show up to work.
Yeah, he's not even here today.
Edwin, what do you think? Oh. Edwin's not here either? Oh.
He's gone.
God.
Man, there's nobody here.
So, basically what you're saying is, but now, mind you, I got to bed at about 1 o'clock yesterday morning, or this morning, I suppose, if that's how time were to work.
5 hours ago?
Like 5 hours ago.
Okay.
I got to bed. My flight came in. I got an Uber from the airport to here. I'd left my car here.
Oh, that's right. Your car was here, yeah.
Oh, covered in bird poop, by the way.
Yeah.
I thought, oh, well, I'll put it here under the light.
In the shade, yeah, in the shade too.
Yeah, and make it a good, it's well lit. It's shaded.
It's within camera view.
Yes.
That's the big one.
but now it's covered in bird poop.
Yeah, good luck taking that off.
I know. I also, just like maybe a month ago, I put a hold on my my car wash subscription because I was like, oh, well, now the summertime's over. How much, like,
Oh, yeah.
how often am I really going to wash my car? And now I'm annoyed that my car's dirty all the time. And I'm just going to turn it. I'm going to turn it back on and just, because it's so nice. I can just like drive through anytime I want and get my car washed. And I act like it's free, even though it's not. I pay for it every month, but you know, at least I don't have to give them any money at the time. I've got an app on my phone. So I just drive up and it opens the arm and it lets me in and lets me do my car wash. Very convenient. I like it, but I'm going to have to restart it. But I got in I got to bed at about 1 o'clock. I got here to pick up listen to this story. I get in an Uber last night. Some young kid, he's talking to me about, he's lived in San Antonio for now about 4 or 5 months, he said, which is about how long I've lived. I got here in May.
That's about right.
It's the end of October, May, June, July, August, September. I've been here I've been here 6 months now.
Half a year.
Friday will be my 6-month anniversary at San Antonio Sports Star. How about that?
Half a year.
How about that? Huh?
You're still alive.
Thank you. And he was telling me about him and his wife, and they moved here from Laredo. Right. And he was in New Braunfels for a little while, and I was like, oh, yeah, I lived in New Braunfels when I first moved here, too. I was staying in my aunt's house. And he's like, yeah, now I moved to San Antonio, but, it's okay. I was like, well, where do you live now? And he said, he's like, I live up 1604 in Blanco area. And I was like, oh, that's where I live. And he's like, yeah, I live in the apartments behind Chick-fil-A. I said, those are my apartments.
Really?
Yeah, he's a guy, like my Uber driver randomly lives in my apartment complex.
He's stalking you, man.
So he drops me off here, and
I follow him home?
No, I go home, and there's no parking spots at my apartment complex.
That's one thing I hate about apartments.
Oh.
I hate that.
And I'm so annoyed because I wanted one of the covered parking spots. And they were sold out when I got there. And I always see open, covered parking spots. And maybe those people just, they're not home. I don't know.
Right.
But there's always covered spots, and I never get
There's got to be one. What, there's not one available coming up? Or
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Ask.
And now it's like, how much longer am I going to be there?
Do you have garages, too, you can put your cars in, or no?
No. Well, yeah, some people do, but my building doesn't have a garage.
Okay.
I could have got a garage, but it's at a different building. And I was like, well, what's the point of that?
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not gonna, that's not convenient to me.
Yeah.
So I had to park like way, way down, and of course I'm hauling my bags, and then my cat's all pissed off at me because I haven't been home.
Oh, yeah.
And it takes me a little while to fall asleep, and then my alarm went off this morning, and I was like, oh.
Yeah.
And of course, I get up, I look at my phone, and it's like,
it's Rob. Me too.
I'm sick.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to have to do it today, man. We're going to have to do it today without him. We're going to have to suck it up and power through without Rob because he's soft and we're real men.
Yeah. I'm here sweating. I think I'm sweating it out. Sore throat. Don't worry. I'm in my little bubble over here. I won't get you sick.
Yeah, the first thing you did was come out here. Oh, I think Rob got sick. I was like, well, go back in your room. Don't come in here.
Yeah, this morning I coughed everywhere in that room before we got here, so all over the helmets.
Well, luckily, I'm very, very strong in my immune system.
Good.
So it's very difficult to get me sick. Although I did get COVID once, like a year ago.
Yeah, but
it sucked.
You don't get sick then. Not really, right?
I don't get sick very often. But I am, my wife will tell you this, I'm a typical man where when I get sick, I'm very, very much a baby.
Me too. Yeah.
But I also, and this is something I guess you could probably guess this by the fact that I went home to see my family and I worked every day that I was home.
Right.
I don't like to miss shows, and a lot of it is historically radio, your success is tied to your ratings.
Correct.
And
without you can't get ratings if you're not here.
I don't want to see my ratings go down because someone else came and did a crappy show when I was gone. So I just say, you know what? It's on me. Putting it on my shoulder. I'm like Aaron Rodgers, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Put it on my shoulders. Aaron Rodgers and I don't know if you see this. Aaron Rodgers and I have the same beard. The same beard. But yeah, I don't want to, have a bad rating day because
Rob is sick.
Yeah, some crumbums in here filling in for me and ruining my show. I can't have that. So if I was sick, I'd probably just show up anyway and get everyone else sick.
With the IV and everything.
That's it, man. You got to gut it out.
Yeah.
Gut it out, Bubba. We got a good show planned for you anyway, despite Rob not being here and being soft and a lady. We'll do our best to entertain you even without him. Yeah. And in fact, I don't know, I guess we're able to talk about
the Aggies
poop or sex or whatever the hell we want.
Yeah.
There's no one to regulate me. So we'll see what kind of fun we can have. We'll talk about the Texans coming up next as they prepare for Thursday night football. There's our guy Aaron Rodgers. Actually, my beard might have more gray than Aaron Rodgers at this point, which is it's a sad state.
How old is Aaron? How old is he? I forgot.
He's younger than me. I mean, he's like 40 or 41.
Early 40s, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm 44. So I've earned a little more gray.
Yeah, you got about...
He'll catch me, though. He'll catch me. Don't you worry. But we'll talk about the Texans, what they've got going on as they prepare for the game Thursday. We've also got... we had a good one in the World Series last night. Well, I say a good one. The World Series got a little more competitive last night. How about that? We had some NFL trades. We'll have some Cowboys sound. We will preview the Spurs-Thunder matchup tonight. We got a good one going. Well, I hope it's a good one. The Spurs are playing a good opponent. Hopefully the Spurs show up for this one.
Right.
But we got all that to talk about and so much more. It is the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning and good news. North side, 281 southbound just after Jones Malzberger did have an accident blocking the two right lanes. That was quickly cleared and traffic moving just fine through that area. And in Midtown, I-10 upper level eastbound as you approach Frio Street, reduced to one lane for that bridge repair. But the good news there is not seeing any time delay. I'm Dan Miles, KTSA. Time saver traffic.
What's that? 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the NFL. Monday night, Thursday night, and Sunday night football. Presented locally by Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Commercial Insurance can protect your small business with over 30 coverage options, an easy-to-use mobile app, personalized discounts, and more. Get a quote in as little as 6 minutes at progressivecommercial.com. Discounts and coverage selections not available in all states or situations.
All right, gentlemen, this is Emmitt Smith on behalf of Depend, and I've got the perfect play. Run straight to your doctor's office for a life-changing catch. Because when prostate cancer is caught early, it's up to 99% treatable, and one blood test might be all it takes. And now through November, Depend is donating to the Prostate Cancer Foundation for select purchases. Talk about a great play.
From September 1st to November 30th, Depend is donating 40 cents to the Prostate Cancer Foundation for Depend Shield Guards Real Fit products purchased in the U.S. up to a maximum of $300,000 void in Mississippi.
Time to start planning your Thanksgiving dinner, and that starts with the turkey. And the best turkeys are from Tri-County Meat Market. Tri-County gets their turkeys from Barber Farms in Colorado. These fresh, all-natural turkeys are never frozen and come between 8 and 24 pounds. Tri-County Meat Market only gets a limited number, so reserve your turkey before they sell out. Pre-order your turkeys and your pies from the Ultimate Cheesecake Bakery now at either Tri-County Meat Market location on Heavener Road or on Ralph Fair Road.
This Saturday, be at the Alamo Dome as your UTSA Roadrunners take on the Memphis Tigers. And remember to wear black. It's the Lights Out game and UTSA salute to local businesses. Tickets start at just $21 at GoUTSA.com. It's the UTSA Roadrunners hosting the Memphis Tigers this Saturday in the Alamo Dome. Kickoff at 11 a.m. Visit GoUTSA.com to secure your seats now. UTSA football, it's more than a game. It's an experience.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk from atrial fibrillation, an irregular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Over a 3-year study, Eliquis apixaban tablets reduced stroke risk better than warfarin, and over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke. A first stroke occurred in 2.9% of warfarin patients versus 2.3% of Eliquis patients.
Don't stop taking prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. It may increase your stroke risk. Eliquis can cause serious and in rare cases fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or take longer for bleeding to stop. A spinal injection while on Eliquis increases risk of blood clots, which may cause paralysis, the inability to move. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding, unusual bruising, or tingling, numbness, or muscle weakness. Medications such as aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners may increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
The future of cool, comfortable sleep is here. Introducing the new Sleep Number Climate Cool Smart Bed. The only smart bed in the world that actively cools and effortlessly adjusts to both of you. Sleep up to 15 degrees cooler on each side. It actively cools to keep you cool and comfortable throughout the night. Save on smart beds now during our fall sale, exclusively at a Sleep Number store near you. Learn more at sleepnumber.com.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk from atrial fibrillation, an irregular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Over a 3-year study, Eliquis apixaban tablets reduced stroke risk better than warfarin, and over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke. A first stroke occurred in 2.9% of warfarin patients versus 2.3% of Eliquis patients.
Don't stop taking prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. It may increase your stroke risk. Eliquis can cause serious and in rare cases fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or take longer for bleeding to stop. A spinal injection while on Eliquis increases risk of blood clots, which may cause paralysis, the inability to move. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding, unusual bruising, or tingling, numbness, or muscle weakness. Medications such as aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners may increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
George gets justice. After being hit by an 18-wheeler, the experienced attorneys of George Salinas Injury Lawyers are San Antonio's choice for getting you the maximum compensation you deserve. With over 110 years of combined experience, they've recovered millions for their clients. 18-wheelers may be bigger than you on the road, but you can be bigger than them in the courtroom. George guarantees that you don't pay unless they win your case. Call 210-225-0909 today for a free consultation. George gets justice. GetGeorge.com.
When you're hiring, ZipRecruiter's technology makes finding qualified candidates for your job easy. What if the rest of the world was as easy as ZipRecruiter? Math problems wouldn't be so problematic.
K equals 42.
And summiting Everest would be a walk in the park. In the meantime, if you want to make your hiring easier, use ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Dallas Cowboys head coach Mike McCarthy goes one-on-one with the Morning Huddles, AJ and Rob, Friday mornings.
I have to ask the sun. At some point, is that ever going to be addressed?
Talking about it.
In the stadium, the 325 sundial effect, it just seems something that we can fix. Let's put some curtains up.
Okay, noted.
Mike McCarthy's unfiltered look at the Cowboys' upcoming game. Friday mornings at 6:45 and 9. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds on 94.1. San Antonio's Sports Star. You're listening to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Yeah! Good morning to everybody out there in Radio Land. Those of you listening on the YouTube, watching on the YouTube, I suppose it is. You know,
yeah.
I guess you do a little bit of both. Good morning to, I guess that's JT and Greg and Arthur and B. Castaneda. Good morning, gentlemen. Or ladies. I'm sure ladies listen to our show, too. Probably because Rob's so handsome. Since he's not here today, probably fewer ladies listening would be my guess.
Oh, yeah. They're not there this morning.
Yeah, no ladies there today, but I'm sure some will show up later. Let me start by taking care of some business, as I am constantly told to do by the bosses. San Antonio Sports Star, your home for Thursday night football, as this week the Houston Texans will take on the New York Jets. Aaron Rodgers is going to be on our radio. Hey! Starts at 6:30 with the pregame. Thursday night football presented by Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer. Speaking of those Houston Texans, they took a blow as they found out yesterday that Stephon Diggs did indeed tear his ACL and is obviously at that point done for the season. I am a bad person because I am like kind of karma, you know. I don't like to feel that way, but I did. That was my initial thought. I said, stop it, AJ. No one deserves to have that horrific injury. And
but still,
the devil on my shoulder was like, he was such a pain in the ass in Buffalo. Who cares what happens to his stupid dummy knee? And then the angel said, yeah, but he's still a person.
Right, he is.
And, maybe he's changed. No. Maybe he's a better guy now.
I don't see it.
And then my devil was like, yeah, maybe tearing his leg will make him limp around and he'll realize he needs to be a better guy. That's the only way he's going to get better. This is exactly what he needed. And then my angel was like, stop it. We need to be better than this. But I just can't. I can't. The devil's winning today. But the Texans do lose him. Done for the season. He was 7th in the NFL in catches this season. 2nd in receiving yards for the Texans. Had just under 500 yards. And, he's this is one of those things where I get it that it's a bummer. It's not ideal, but it is what it is. It is what it is, friends. The unfortunate thing, the one thing I feel a little bit bad for him about is he's a free agent after this season, and basically because what the Texans did was they took his money that was supposed to be for next year and they put it into this year's contract. So he got $22.5 million. That's, that's what the other thing the devil was saying. He was like, he's getting $22.5 million not to play football. Don't feel bad for him. Big deal. Oh, wow. My knee's hurt. Your knee, you had 3 ACL surgeries. No one gave you $22.5 million. And I said, you know what? You're right, little devil on my shoulder. No one ever gave me $22.5 million. Nope. But he will probably have a harder time getting a giant amount of money next season now that he's coming off of an ACL. But you know what? This is the angel was telling me also. A lot of people are saying that, he's a pretty good guy down there in Houston. He's been a real role model, real team player. And the devil's like, where the hell was that the last couple years? All he's doing is bitching about Josh Allen not giving him the football enough. Wah. Yeah. Oh, we're winning games, but I don't get the football. Wah. I don't know. I'm torn on how to feel about this. I will say that now that they've got cluster injuries at wide receiver, the Jets are favored over the Texans. I don't know if that should be real. I don't know if the Jets are favored. Ooh.
Is that right?
Yeah, Jets -1.5 at home tomorrow night. The total is 42 in this game. I don't know what to do. The Texans don't have Nico Collins. They don't have Stephon Diggs.
Right.
But The Jets suck.
It's just Aaron Rodgers. You
I mean,
don't like him.
the Jets lost to the Patriots. And if the Jets can lose to the Patriots, they can lose to anybody.
Anybody, yeah.
Except maybe the Panthers. But, yeah, I was a little surprised to see that the Texans were 1.5-point dogs. If you like to play 6-point teasers, might be a good one to get on. Texans, you can move to plus 7.5. It's hard to see the old Jets blowing anybody out of the water. So that might be
they'll barely win if they do.
That's what I'm thinking, Bubba.
Yeah.
That's exactly what we're on the same page, and I, Vic.
By a safety or a field goal, and that's it.
I could see Aaron Rodgers taking a safety. I could see Aaron Rodgers getting sacked in the end zone and then
getting all mad about it. And
yeah,
it's not his fault.
Complaining about his offense, like trying to get the offensive line coach fired.
Yeah.
I can see it now. It's all playing out in my mind's eye.
Wants him to meditate and do whatever it takes or whatever.
You know what we'll do in the next segment? We'll talk about Aaron Rodgers because he's found a magical elixir that's gonna.
Jeez, this guy, man. He's all hippie or.
Imagine like I don't know. Think about like your doctor telling you,
right?
Hey man, I know like your kidney fell out and you got the beatus.
Yeah.
But I got this. Not even a doctor. This is just your buddy telling you, I'm gonna fix you. I know this magic potion you can take, and it's gonna make everything better.
It'll grow you another kidney.
Would you take the magic potion if he said it was gonna make you feel better?
Maybe, but make me feel better. How?
What if it was like it was just me? Like it wasn't. I'm not a doctor. I've got no medical experience.
Yeah.
I was medic certified when I was in the Army.
Okay.
But only like field medic. Like
okay.
I wasn't my job to be a medic, but like I worked in small teams. So if someone's like leg got blown off, I knew how to put a tourniquet on.
Right.
But so just knowing that that's the extent of my medical knowledge, and I said, "Hey Vic, I've got this magic potion for you to take, and it's going to make your world better. Would you take it?"
I don't know. Maybe at this point I'll try anything, but
I think that's what Aaron Rodgers is saying. I'll try anything. We'll talk about that next. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Good morning and good news. North side, 281 southbound just after Jones Malzberger did have an accident blocking the two right lanes. That was quickly cleared and traffic moving just fine through that area. And in Midtown, I-10 upper level eastbound as you approach Frio Street, reduced to one lane for that bridge repair. But the good news there is not seeing any time delay. I'm Dan Miles, KTSA. Time saver traffic.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home for Texas A&M football. Saturday afternoon at 6:30. The Aggies, undefeated in the SEC, take on the South Carolina Gamecocks. Presented by Ewald Kubota and the Angry Elephant. Pre-game at 5:30 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Insurance offers a great price and round-the-clock protection when bundling home and auto. It's one of those rare times where you could save money and get something great. Bundle today at Progressive.com. That's Progressive.com.
Hey guys, it's AJ from the Morning Huddle. Between us, when you hit a certain age, things start to feel a little off, right? You're tired all the time, your energy's low, maybe even your drive isn't what it used to be. And a lot of that comes down to testosterone, and trust me, it can happen to the best of us. That's where Game Day Men's Health comes in. They know how we feel, and they make it easy. Game Day Men's Health is over there on Bassey Road, across from the quarry. Their office has a relaxed man cave vibe, and they've built a 3-step process that's quick and designed just for us. First, get your T levels checked. Free testosterone test at their in-house lab. Then, you meet with a licensed provider to create a customized plan. And finally, you'll get those fast weekly treatments. After a month, you're going to notice a difference. More energy, better mood, and a kick in your libido. Don't settle. Be the best version of yourself. Call Game Day Men's Health, 210-900-3691. That's 210-900-3691. Feel better, be better at Game Day.
Howdy, Ags. Andrew Monaco, the voice of the Aggies, inviting you to watch all A&M games at the Angry Elephant at 281 and Redland Road. Owned by Chip Ingram, class of '98, the Angry Elephant is known for their liberal cocktails at conservative prices and the best hot dog in Texas. Since 2012, the Angry Elephant's been the place to watch A&M, and this year is no different. Just down from the Big Blind, right next to the Rue Pub at 281 and Redland Road. The Angry Elephant. Like your bar, love your Aggies. Gig 'em.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check your sunroof is closed first before driving through the car wash.
Whoa, 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 no, wait, whoa, whoa.
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary. Terms apply. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Wendy's breakfast burrito has an entire breakfast in every bite. Fresh cracked eggs, seasoned potatoes, American cheese, cheese sauce, and sausage or bacon. So the first bite is like fresh American cheese sauce. Bacon. And the second bite is like fresh American cheese sauce. Bacon. You get the idea. And now, get yours with $1 any size soft drink. Gotta be Wendy's.
Limited time only. Price and participation may vary. Not valid in a combo. Exclusions apply.
Robinhood is introducing forecast contracts so you can trade the presidential election. Through Robinhood, you can now trade financial derivatives contracts on who will win the U.S. presidential election, Harris or Trump, and watch as contract prices react to real-time market sentiment. Each contract you own will pay $1 on January 8th, 2025 if that candidate is confirmed as the next U.S. president by Congress. Learn more about the presidential election contracts on Robinhood at robinhood.com/election. The risk of loss in trading commodities interest can be substantial. You should therefore carefully consider whether such trading is suitable for you in light of your financial condition. Restrictions and eligibility requirements apply. Commodity interest trading is not appropriate for everyone. Displayed prices are based on real-time market sentiment. This event contract is offered by Robinhood Derivatives, a registered futures commission merchant and swap firm. Exchange and regulatory fees apply. Learn more at robinhood.com/election.
The Gomez Law Firm is proud to be San Antonio's trusted personal injury law firm for the past 50 years. We have Jose with the Gomez Law Firm here with us. Your firm has been fighting for the people of San Antonio since 1973. That's incredible.
There are not a lot of businesses that stick around for even 50 years, let alone personal injury law firms.
If you have been injured in an accident or hit by a company vehicle, then turn to the law firm that will fight for you. Visit joegomezlaw.com.
And remember, Gomez Law fights.
Flight by Yingling. It's the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling and Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
How'd you wake up this morning? You feeling good about yourself? Did you look in the mirror and say, that's the person that I expect to be? If that's you, keep it to yourself and move along. But if you're like the rest of us and not feeling very good about yourself, not looking good and certainly feeling tired, it's time to meet Dr. Jacob Torres at the Institute for Functional Health. I met him when I was nearly 300 pounds and didn't think I was ever going to feel any better than I did that day. 8 years later, I'm down 80 pounds and feel younger than I have in a long time. You deserve that, but you got to take the step. Call Dr. Torres and let him explain to you why he's been so successful, why thousands of people just like you have lost the weight that they needed to lose and kept it off. That's why Dr. Torres is so successful. His website is iffhealth.com. Go there. Take the functional health test. It will open your eyes. If it's time to lose weight, if you have resolved to do it, call Dr. Torres at the Institute for Functional Health. Change your life and thank me later.
At the Home Depot, we know you can't control everything, like when your guests arrive too early for Saturday college football. But you can control your grill. With the Traeger Timberline XL, you can watch the game, not the grill. Monitor your football feast from anywhere using the Traeger app. With the Timberline XL, you can bake, smoke, sear, fry, and saute. That's Desmond Howard level versatility.
Huddle up, the food's done.
Defend your game time with Traeger and the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Still getting around to that fix on your car?
You got this. On eBay, you'll find millions of parts guaranteed to fit. Doesn't matter if it's a major engine repair or your first time swapping your windshield wipers. eBay has that part you need, ready to click perfectly into place for changes big and small. Loud or quiet, find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. But you already know that. eBay. Things, people, love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Halloween's coming alive at Target. Jackie and Gordy, the Jack-O-Lanterns, here with last chance Halloween deals. Looks like Mom's got the old pumpkin bucket stocked with the best candy, starting at $5.99.
Lucky pumpkin bucket. Oh, there's Dad party planning with a same-day delivery order.
Yes, it's a BOGO 50% off pizza party with Target Circle. Plus, buy 3, save 40% on soda 12 packs with Target Circle.
Nice saves, Dad.
Make your Halloween come alive at Target. Need it last minute? Get same-day delivery with Target Circle 360. Restrictions apply.
This is Joe Reinagle. You're listening to the home of the Aggies, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
I went out to Vegas. I was hoping that when I came back, we'd be able to have real music on the show.
Nope, not yet. They're still working on it.
You think they're actually working on it, or do you think they're just saying that so I'll shut up?
No, they're saying that just so you'll be quiet.
Yeah, that's what I figured. That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Like, this guy AJ just shows up and is asking for everything.
Everything, yeah. I mean, but yeah.
We're here in our fancy new studio because I was like, we can't work in that old studio. Then they're like, okay, fine.
Yeah.
We'll get him a new studio. And then I'm like,
a year later.
We need music, man. And they're like, oh, God, again. Will this guy just shut up and do a radio show already? I know that's what they're thinking.
Yeah, the current age of copyright infringement, it's everywhere.
I know. Aaron Rodgers has a magic potion. He calls it his little fountain of youth.
God, that guy's messed up.
Drugs are a hell of a thing, Vic.
Yeah.
Drugs are a hell of a thing. His magic potion, though.
What is it? What is this magic potion?
It's a proprietary blend of water,
okay,
and cayenne pepper.
That's it?
That's it.
And some voodoo over it? Waving
Fountain
your
of
hand?
youth. I don't know if he has a shaman bless it or how it works.
The point that he has a shaman says enough.
Well, he's got several shamans. But he's got an ayahuasca shaman. I'm sure he's got a... So he says that because he's been dealing with leg injuries all year long, hamstring, knee, and ankle injuries all season long, that's not an excuse for his play.
Right.
He's been hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron Rodgers would never make excuses, but he's been hurt. And he said, hey, Thomas Morstead, punter on our team. How do you stay healthy all this time? And Thomas Morstead said, my secret potion, the secret elixir, water and cayenne pepper. And Aaron Rodgers said, that sounds so magical. I'll take 82 gallons.
No, wait, make it 84.
And that's what he's taking now. He started drinking it before the Week 8 game, is continuing to drink it, and Aaron Rodgers says, usually you play Thursday night football. Usually you play Thursday night football and, your body aches and you're just sore and, you have less time to recover, obviously.
But he doesn't do nothing.
Because from Sunday to Thursday is a shorter amount of time than from Sunday to Sunday. So, we got a little bit less time for our bodies to get right. But because I'm drinking this magical elixir, my body feels great. I feel great. I'm taking care of myself nonstop. I just, this is, I'm a little bit older now. You may have heard I'm a little bit older now.
He's more frail.
Yeah. So I've got to, I got to really take care of myself. So, last week, Devon Godshaw was saying that Hall of Fame quarterback, hate to see him go out like that. He don't look the same. He said, I could run his ass down and catch him. He didn't look mobile at all. And Aaron Rodgers said he's probably right. Yeah, I was hurting. He's like, but I feel better today thanks to this magic potion. He said, Timo gave me a little fountain of youth. He's talking about Thomas Morstead, the punter.
Yeah.
Thomas Morstead, by the way, the only player in the NFL older than Aaron Rodgers.
Really?
Yeah. But all he's got to do is kick a ball.
I know. He doesn't have to run around or anything.
But
Aaron Rodgers doesn't do anything either.
I bet they make him run in practice sometimes.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Got to stay in some kind of shape. Not Derrick Henry type, but have you seen his workouts, Derrick Henry?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what
Home! Auto!
That's what Aaron needs.
I've seen that commercial, yeah. Does Aaron still do insurance commercials with the discount double check?
No, I haven't seen it.
He lost that job to Patrick Mahomes, I think.
Yeah.
He lost his job there.
Kelsey. Yeah.
That's what he gets. I used to take the when I was fighting, I had to lose a lot of weight to fight at the weight that I fought at.
Okay.
And so for a couple weeks, I would just drink this disgusting green drink.
What was it?
It was like spinach and cucumbers, which cucumbers are like.
You hate cucumbers.
It's like top 5 of my most hated foods, but it was in this green drink. Kale.
Yeah, I was gonna say you need kale and cucumber.
All kinds of gross spiromilla or something. I don't even know what it was, but there was all these things. It was disgusting. And there was lemon. And
I like lemon.
Lemon covers up some of the other gross things. And then it had cayenne pepper in it, which all it did was make it like burn a little on the way down.
Right.
I don't know.
Still.
I don't know if it helped me. All I know is it just made me want to not eat because I would just drink that as fast as I could, and I was
felt
just like,
horrible. Probably.
Yeah. Now I feel like crap. But maybe it was helping my body some way. But we'll see if Aaron Rodgers is able to move around on Thursday. My guess is this is all BS, and he's just grasping at straws. When you suck all year like Aaron Rodgers sucks right now, he's on pace for a career high in interceptions. He is 23rd in the league in QBR. 23rd in the league.
Yeah, he's not doing too good.
If you want to know some of the guys that have a better QBR than Aaron Rodgers, how about Bo Nix, Andy Dalton, Justin Fields, all better than Aaron Rodgers in QBR.
Even Justin Fields.
Justin Fields not even a starter anymore. Still better than Aaron Rodgers. Although Aaron still ahead of Dak Prescott for what it's worth. Womp womp.
Wah, wah.
Also ahead of Anthony Richardson, who we'll talk about later on in the show. When we come back, though, we'll talk about Jamison Williams, the receiver for the Lions, who, if you recall, was suspended for a while because he was betting on football. Naughty, naughty, naughty. Well, he's back in trouble. We'll talk about him next. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I got to tell you guys about Underdog. Place to play, man. If you're a sports fan and you're looking to win some money while you're watching sports, I've been doing it. I love Underdog Fantasy, and it is so easy to. You sign up. Just dip your toe in the water. See if you're going to enjoy this stuff. If you're watching the games anyway. I mean, I'm talking about you can put a $5 lineup in, and it makes watching the game so much more tolerable. None of you want to watch Aaron Rodgers take on the ghost of the Houston Texans tomorrow. But if you got a little skin in the game, yeah, it'll be a little more fun. With the Pick'em game, you can win up to 1,000 times your money. Just choose higher or lower on a player's stats, passing yards, touchdowns. It's not just football, though. Basketball, three-pointers, double-doubles, whatever. If you think your player is going to have higher than a half point, higher than 10 points, you can put it in and start making money. And if you feel like, okay, things are going all right, but I'm a little nervous about my late play, just cash out. Take your money and run. That's what you're absolutely allowed to do it. This week on Underdog, I'm going to be on Underdog tonight. I'm going to be looking at Wemby. And I'm going to be looking at Chet Holmgren. I like Chet Holmgren over rebounds tonight in the game against San Antonio. And, guys, they've got the profit boost, the discounts, the free picks. Free picks are basically a sure thing. A player just has to get higher than a half a point. Like, it will say, Wemby, half a point. Yeah, of course he's going to get higher than a half a point. It's basically free money. Download the app, sign up with the promo code ALAMO. Deposit now, you'll get up to $1,000 in bonus cash instantly. That's promo code ALAMO. Must be 18 or older, present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concerned with your play, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
If you miss the Blitz with Jason and Joe, then you miss this.
Like to say it was a circus. Just do that, because that would make more sense. Would you go to a tour in Jerry World? I don't know. I would.
Speaking of circus.
Jerry World. Step right up, everybody. You'll see Jerry Jones.
Right home with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6 on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
When there's work to do, ground to break, and a reputation to uphold, you need the powerful, durable Kubota RTVX, North America's #1 selling diesel utility vehicle. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 60 months or save up to $1,000. Now through December 31st. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
From the Gulf of Mexico to the hill country of Texas, UO Kubota is your Kubota dealer.
The healthiest patients in San Antonio are at the Institute for Functional Health. I'm Dr. Torres, and we help folks get off medications, feel better, look better, and become undeniably healthy. We know everyone is unique, and medicine is never a one-size-fits-all solution. That's why we order specific labs to uncover the root cause of your symptoms. All of us at the Institute for Functional Health are proud to say we have the healthiest patients in San Antonio. See for yourself at iffhealth.com and call to schedule your complimentary consultation at 468-1891.
If you're tired of drinking the same old beer, good news for you, friends. Karbach Brewing has you covered. They've got something for everybody in their lineup. No matter what you like, they can improve on what you've been drinking. Whether it's a Hopadillo, a Love Street, or a Crawford Bock, they've got something for everybody. And Karbach has one of the leading IPAs in San Antonio, Hopadillo IPA, an iconic Texas IPA packed with the bitterness of hops from around the world that the hop monster craves. And one of Karbach's leading brands, the top seller in San Antonio, in fact, is the Love Street Blonde. It's a state of mind, a San Antonio state of mind. It's a Kolsch-style blonde, hopped delicately with floral German hops. This beer has the clean malt profile that you're looking for. And if you're used to drinking cerveza, they've got that as well. The Karbach Cerveza Especial is right for you. Like I said, something for everybody. And when you're in Houston, make sure you go check out the brewery, check out all the beers they have on tap. But while you're here in San Antonio, you want to try something new, why don't you try out a Karbach?
There's never any FOMO with the iHeartRadio app. You won't ever have to miss out on your favorite shows and contests with this radio station again. Radio 24/7, 365. We're here when you want us. Stay connected and listen anywhere when you download the free iHeartRadio app.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
The 149th Fighter Wing of the Texas Air National Guard is hiring both full and part-time positions with over 180 different career choices, including cyber, healthcare, communications, avionics, electronics, and more. The Texas Air National Guard offers a variety of ways you can serve. Earn education benefits that would cover tuition towards a bachelor's degree. To learn more, Google the 149th Fighter Wing. That's the 149th Fighter Wing of the Texas Air National Guard.
For a limited time, get a free K5 reverse osmosis drinking water system when you purchase a Connecticut water softener. Clean, great tasting water at your kitchen sink. Hurry before they're gone.
Call 656 Pure Connecticut.
Listen to this station anytime, anywhere on Odyssey. Odyssey is your new audio home for all the music, news, sports, and podcasts that matter to you. Odyssey. That's AUDACY.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Getting ready for more rain and longer nights? We've got you. Right now, you can earn up to $25 in bonus rewards when you buy 2 Sylvania Silver Star Ultra bulbs and 2 Rain-X Quantum Elite wiper blades. More rewards and better visibility at America's #1 lighting destination, AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Offer valid for AutoZone Rewards members. Restrictions apply.
It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Woo! Jameson Williams, the receiver for the Detroit Lions, the very good Detroit Lions. So not used to that in my lifetime. The Detroit Lions generally aren't very good.
Them and the Bucks.
Yeah, it's a little weird seeing the Lions be good, but it's interesting. I hope they do well, and they seem like a good bunch of fellas, bunch of cool.
Yeah, they got it together this year.
Bunch of cool cats, if you know what I'm saying. You get it, Lions, cats.
Yeah.
I thought you'd get it. Except for Jameson Williams, not so much of a cool cat as he's in trouble. He's in the naughties.
What did he do?
Well,
what's going on?
There's now an arrest warrant requested for him in Wayne County, which is where Detroit is. He is wanted on a charge of carrying a concealed weapon in a motor vehicle. It was issued last week, stemming from a traffic stop earlier this month. Whereas what happened was, and this didn't really make the news at the time, but what he did was he got pulled over. He was the passenger. His brother was driving. During the course of the stop, the officer said, "Hey, do you guys have any guns in the car?" And he said, "Yeah, we got 2 guns in the car." And one of the guns legally registered to the driver of the vehicle.
Okay.
The other one was under Jameson Williams' seat, and Jameson Williams does not have a license to carry. So it was an unlicensed firearm. Now, after the cops they put Jameson Williams in handcuffs, and then the supervisor showed up, and they said, "Hey, what if we just say that both the guns belong to the guy who's got a license to carry them?"
Okay.
Because on the video or on the body cam, you can hear over and over, "I'm a receiver for the Detroit Lions. Maybe you heard of me." Detroit. He didn't say it like that, but he did make note that he plays for the Lions.
Yeah,
oh yeah.
Of course, I would too.
But they eventually let him go. So the supervisor let him go, and now they're after some more work around. They're looking to maybe arrest him. He was already suspended 2 games for performance-enhancing substances. He was also suspended 4 games last season for betting on football.
Jeez.
This guy can't keep his nose clean.
No, what's going on with him?
He is second on the team with 361 receiving yards and 3 touchdowns. Good players just can't seem to stop stepping in his own bleep. Get it together, bro. Get it together. All right. Man, we still have so much more to talk about. Isn't it weird when Rob's not here? I just blab and
yeah, you just talk about what you want to talk about.
Yeah, anything that just fascinates me, anything that strikes my fancy. There was a World Series game, a baseball match last night, and the New York Yankees are not dead yet.
Somehow, they
Somehow
stayed alive.
I know there's some fans who won't be allowed at the next game. We'll talk about that certainly.
We talked about that this morning.
But we'll see if that thing ends tonight. We'll find out about that coming up. And in fact, I'll let you know that tonight, right here on SA Sports Star, you'll be able to hear Game 5 of the World Series as the Yankees down 3-1, trying to get back in this thing. Game 5 tonight, starting at 6 with the pregame right here on San Antonio's Sports Star. We will be back. Hour number 2. We'll get into that World Series game. It is the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This is the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. KTFM Floresville.
1, 2, 3, Cowboys!
South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Sunday at noon. The back-to-back road trip ends in Atlanta with the boys taking on the Falcons.
I like this kind of party!
Pregame starts at 11. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds and Ewald Kubota.
You asked for it, you got it! How about them Cowboys?
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
Aaron Lewis and the State Liners.
Country boy is all I'll ever be.
The American As It Gets Tour. February 6th, Majestic Theater.
Am I the only one?
Tickets on sale now at majesticempire.com.
Take a bullet for being
More
free.
at aaronlewismusic.com.
I'm American as it gets.
Aaron Lewis and the State Liners. American As It Gets Tour.
Let me ask you a question. Is your roof ready for anything? Well, Stevens Roofing, a locally owned company, has been serving our community for decades. Whether it's a commercial project or residential, or repairing your old roof, or maybe installing a new one, they've got you covered. And now Stevens offers solar. Stevens Solar Solutions can save you money and energy. Stevens Roofing, quality craftsmanship, solar solutions, and local expertise under one roof. Call 210-785-0994 or go to stevensroofing.net.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Insurance offers a great price and round-the-clock protection when bundling home and auto. It's one of those rare times where you could save money and get something great. Bundle today at Progressive.com. That's Progressive.com.
It's football season, and you know the best place to watch games is at the Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road, with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. College, pro, the games are on at the Roo. And when you show up at the Roo Pub, show up hungry. The food is fantastic. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch the game. Just down from the big blind, the Roo Pub is next to the Angry Elephant at 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
We just want to have enough money for retirement.
And travel to visit our grandchildren.
I understand. That's why at Fisher Investments, we start by getting to know each other, so I can learn about your family, lifestyle, goals, and needs, allowing us to tailor your portfolio.
What about commission-based products?
We don't sell those. We're a fiduciary, obligated to act in your best interest.
So how do your management fees work?
We have a simple management fee based on the value of your portfolio, so we do better when you do better.
We appreciate that kind of transparency.
We also check in with you regularly to keep you up to date on the markets and your portfolio.
What other services do you offer?
As a client, you have access to resources on investing, financial planning, estate planning, Social Security, Medicare, and more.
Wow, it sounds like Fisher Investments has everything we need.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Smoky Moe's Texas Barbecue, the best neighborhood barbecue in San Antonio, is now taking orders for Thanksgiving smoked turkeys and holiday parties. Hurry, their whole smoked turkeys sell out every year. Order a freshly smoked, perfectly seasoned turkey and add their delicious side dishes for your best Thanksgiving dinner ever. Having a holiday party? Let Smoky Moe's bring the food. Choose from their classic Texas barbecue to their special holiday catering menu. Order now at SmokyMoe'sBBQ.com or call a Smoky Moe's near you. Smoky Moe's, the pit is lit.
Hey, James Pledger. The NBA is finally back. Play Pick 6 from DraftKings, an official partner of the NBA. It's super simple to get started. First, download DraftKings Pick 6 app. Then, select 2 or more players, like Wemby and CP3, and choose if they'll have more or less of a stat, like points, rebounds, three-pointers, and more. And for all first-time Pick 6 players, check this out. New customers play $5 and get $50 in Pick 6 credits. Download the DraftKings Pick 6 app now and use promo code KTFM. That's code KTFM for new customers to play $5 and get $50 in Pick 6 credits. Only on DraftKings Pick 6. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Must be 18. Plus, age and eligibility restrictions vary by jurisdiction. Void where prohibited. 1 per new customer. Bonus award as non-withdrawable Pick 6 credits that expire in 30 days. Limited time offer. See terms at pick6.draftkings.com/promos.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk from atrial fibrillation and a regular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Over a 3-year study, Eliquis apixaban tablets reduced stroke risk better than warfarin, and over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke. A first stroke occurred in 2.9% of warfarin patients versus 2.3% of Eliquis patients.
Don't stop taking prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. It may increase your stroke risk. Eliquis can cause serious and in rare cases fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or take longer for bleeding to stop. A spinal injection while on Eliquis increases risk of blood clots, which may cause paralysis, the inability to move. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding, unusual bruising, or tingling, numbness, or muscle weakness. Medications such as aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners may increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Big headache on the west side, Highway 90 eastbound at Nogalitos. Still working that accident. Now the 3 right lanes are blocked. Traffic is stacked up almost to 36th Street, about a 20-minute delay, so plan accordingly. And staying on Highway 90 on the far west side, got a real heavy traffic eastbound from Highway 211 to Loop 410. About a 20-minute delay through that stretch. I'm Dan Miles, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
In the NFL, Houston Texans wide receiver Stephon Diggs' season is over, as MRIs confirmed he did in fact suffer an ACL tear in Sunday's win over the Colts. In the NBA, the Spurs look to bounce back tonight as they're in Oklahoma City to take on the Thunder. Tip-off set for 8:30. In the World Series, the Yankees take Game 4 with an 11-4 win. The Dodgers lead the series 3-1. I'm Vic Brown with 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hour number 2 of the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. AJ and no Rob. AJ and Vic. There's Rob, just not here. Do you think he's sleeping right now? I bet he's asleep.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Nah, he's probably messing with his chicken coop.
What a jerk. We're here
Right.
working. You know we'd rather be sleeping. I'm going on about like 3 hours, 2.5 hours of sleep.
Oh, you're going to take a long nap today.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be glorious.
Yeah.
Glorious. Yeah, Rob's sleeping right now, sleeping in. Sorry, SOB. New York Yankees, 11-4 winners last night. Take down the Dodgers. And the big moment came when Anthony Volpe, the hometown kid, goes yard.
He went yard.
With a grand slam. And the route was basically on after that. The Dodgers jumped out 2-0 because Freddie Freeman hit another home run. That is
right. I saw that.
So
Four in a row?
Well, it's 4 in a row technically, but this is now 6 straight World Series games that Freddie Freeman is homered in, like that he's played in.
Okay.
Because when the Braves beat the Astros in the World Series,
Right.
he homered in the last 2 games of that series as well.
Wow.
So 6 straight World Series games with a home run. Maybe the biggest thing that happened, this is unbelievable, Aaron Judge got a base hit last night.
What?
Yeah, he hit the ball.
Finally.
And then got on base. It was crazy. He's now hitting 152 in the playoffs.
Man.
So he's right there on the cusp of glory. But the Yankees do get the win. And the Dodgers, I don't know how to put this. The Dodgers realized, okay, we're not winning this thing. They didn't use any of their good pitchers. They just said, you guys take this one. We'll come back at you tomorrow, which is now today.
Look what happened.
But you don't want to. I don't like to use the word punt or like give up on.
Okay.
But they kind of gave up on this game, and they said, you know what? Let's not. In a World Series, especially, you don't want to be looked at like you're giving up a game because if a comeback were to happen, it'd be like, well, what about this game that you gave up?
Yeah.
But I do think that the way they did it last night was the smartest move if the goal is to win the title,
not the game.
Which was, you know what? You guys won this game. We're going to use our weakest relief pitchers, and we're going to show up tomorrow and win this thing. Dave Roberts said that I think you got to be certain that you can score some runs. Certainly any guy we used tonight would not have been able to pitch tomorrow. So that's what he was saying, was he didn't want to burn up anybody that mattered.
Makes sense.
The Dodgers on Monday's Game 3 used 6 relievers. Their 6 best relievers threw 100 pitches, but they didn't want to go through that again because if they threw them 2 games in a row, you're not using them in Game 3.
Right.
So they used Landon Knack and Ben Kasparius. They were the guys who ate up the innings, and then Brent Honeywell ended up being the guy to close it out. He gave up 5 runs, which, again, big deal at that point. But Game 5 tonight, Jack Flaherty and Garrett Cole. This was great pitching match in the first one, great game in Game 1. So far, the game of the series where Freddie Freeman walked it off with a grand slam. What a way to finish the game. But that one will be tonight, and it will be on our air. If you want to hear that game, it'll be right here on San Antonio's Sports Star. If you want to watch it, it'll be on television, of course, as well. But, I just assume that you guys...
if you're driving around.
Yeah, but, you probably would much rather listen to the game in clear FM definition than watch it on your HD TV. But the current odds have the Dodgers as the Yankees as minus 150 favorites with Garrett Cole on the mound. I think the Dodgers finish it tonight. I'll probably look at the Dodgers, look at Jack Flaherty.
I'll check in about 8:30 or 9.
Yeah.
Right? 6th inning. Do you watch the whole game or do you?
No. Well, it depends.
I used to do that. Just watch the entire World Series only. But regular season games, I'll watch maybe the last few innings if it's close.
It kind of depends. Like, no, a lot of the times I'll have the baseball game on my iPad.
Okay.
And just I'm watching football on the big TV. But tonight there's also a Spurs game, and while there's one interesting college football game, Jacksonville State's playing Liberty. Liberty's a 2-point favorite in that game, coming off that loss to Kennesaw. But I don't care about that game. I do care about the other college football game tonight because I have money on it, Western Kentucky and Kennesaw. So I'll be watching that, the Spurs game, and trying to flip to the baseball game when I can. It's just a lot. It's a lot to deal with, Vic.
Yeah. Well, take it one game at a time.
That's all I can do, man. It's
right.
all I can do. Now, but baseball, you can kind of bounce back and forth, and you usually don't miss a whole lot.
Yeah. But it's always sometimes when you change the channel, there's a home run or good base hit.
But baseball is also the best highlight sport.
Right.
Like, if you just show me the highlights of the game, I know how the game went.
Right.
Football's...
You don't have to show me every pitch or every sequence or whatever. But
football feels much more nuanced. Like, you see a big pass, you don't know what the moment was in the game. I don't know.
Right, what down it was or whatever.
But, yeah, it'll be another big sports. That's why I got to get my nap. I got to rest up.
Yeah.
I was going to play. I'm still thinking about actually playing some poker tonight over at SA Card House.
You can watch all the games on the phone somehow.
I can watch it on my phone, and they've got TVs too. I just can't. You just don't have sound. That's the only thing there.
Oh yeah.
But that's. I mean, I could put in earbuds,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's what the cool kids do.
Yeah. Or you're talking to somebody behind counting cards.
Yeah, I
you
guess
got the
you can.
earbuds. Are they gonna?
Yeah,
Are they gonna check you?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I mean, I see people in there wearing headphones all the time.
Okay.
It's all good. But no, so I don't know how I'm going to handle all my watching, dude. And also, everything is dependent on my nap today, Vic. If I get a good nap, the world is my oyster.
Yeah.
If I don't
So
get a
how
quality
long is that?
nap,
What, a couple of hours, 3 hours, or is that too long? What's too long?
anything
for me over an hour is way too long.
Oh,
then I
really?
won't go to sleep.
That's the difference between us, though. What time did you go to bed last night?
Around 9:15.
See, I can't go to bed at 9 o'clock. So, like, you know, I'm still
older, so I can now.
Well, yeah, you're elderly.
Yeah, I'm elderly
and sickly.
And I eat dinner at 5.
Oh God, at Luby's, you get the Luann platter.
Yeah, good old days.
What's funny about that SA Card House is that used to be a Luby's, I was told.
Oh, really?
Yeah, right there
okay.
at 281 in Bitters. You know where I'm talking about? Like across from that Hooters. Yeah,
that's right.
They said that used to be a Luby's, and now it's the SA Card House.
R.I.P. Luby's.
Way better food now at SA Card House than they had at Luby's. I can tell you that much. No, for me, because I normally go to bed at like 10:30 or 11 on any given night.
Okay.
And then my alarm goes off at 3:30. So
Right,
I get about 4 hours then, and then I come home, and when I take my nap, I usually aim for 2 to 3 hours.
Okay.
But sometimes I'll go crazy and get 4 hours.
Eesh, I can't do that.
And then it's basically I just do 2 half sleeps through in a day. So my day is divvied up into 2 portions. I've got my I wake up and I go to work, and then I take a nap, and then I wake up and drink beer and watch football, and then I take a nap.
What a life.
And then I wake up and go to work. Then I take a nap. Then I wake up and drink beer and watch football. It goes on and on.
Yeah, just the
circle of life.
That's a pretty good cycle.
The circle of life.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's up in the air today. I do want to. I like watching particularly the games where I think, and I didn't have an option to watch the full World Series game last night because I was on an airplane.
Oh yeah.
And Southwest doesn't have TVs.
Good old Southwest.
And of course, no knock. It was the flight was fine, except the Wi-Fi wasn't working. So they don't have TVs. They didn't have Wi-Fi, so I couldn't watch anything on my phone.
So what'd you do?
I listened to some podcasts and played Sudoku on my phone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, really, really interesting stuff. And yeah, and I got bamboozled in my seat choice.
Oh yeah.
There was a heavyset gal on the aisle seat, and I was like B50 something, so I knew I wasn't getting an aisle seat, and I was okay with that.
Okay.
Because my big plan was to take a nap and sleep on the plane, and to sleep I need to be on the window seat.
Right, so you can lean up against it.
Yeah. So I found a heavyset gal in the aisle seat, and my plan was to sit in the window seat with the realization that no one's going to want to sit in the middle seat.
Oh, yeah.
Between two extra large people. I'm an extra large person. She was an extra large person. And I was like, who would take that middle seat? Of all the middle seats, people are going to look at that one and go, because it wasn't a full flight.
That's a good plan.
Yeah, I had a good strategy going in.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, oh, sure. Yeah, sit down. And then I sat down. I'm starting to get comfortable. And then suddenly she jumps up, goes across the aisle, and sits down. I guess her boyfriend or her husband's there.
Uh-huh.
And they've got kids in the seats. And her mom and dad both sit down next to me.
No.
Dad in the middle. He's snoring the whole time. He wears the do you know the chapstick Carmex?
Yes. Yeah, that little yellow.
Oh.
Why?
I hate the way that smells. I hate
really?
it.
You never get chapped lips?
I do, but I use different. I use a
right?
bougie chapstick. Like I've got I like pepperminty. I'm not looking for
that medicine-y.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
In fact,
like Vicks Vapor Rub, you don't like that smell?
No, I broke up with a girl in high school because she used medicated chapstick.
And you made out with her?
Every time I kissed her, I was like, I'm not having fun kissing her. I don't want to be. I don't want this anymore. And so I just broke up with her, and that was the end of that.
Works.
And then you know what? She ended up being a great big fat person too.
Aha! See?
So I was right. Yeah. I predicted the future on that
You
one.
sniffed her out.
But yeah, so that girl tricked me and then set her parents down by me, and then her dad was a snorer, and the person in front of me reclined all the way back. And I know this is a controversial topic because everybody's like, I pay for my seat, I can recline if I want. And you can, but you're a bad person if you do.
Yeah.
And that's okay. There's a lot of bad people out there.
I'm over 6 foot behind you, and my legs just don't go anywhere.
And you don't, the benefit you get from reclining your seat is not equal to the detriment of the person behind you. That 2 inches is so much more valuable to the person behind you than it is to you. No one's ever leaned back 2 inches and gone,
no.
Finally, I'm comfortable. You're not even comfortable. Yeah. Like, if you're going to be uncomfortable, you might as well be uncomfortable, without making the person behind you more miserable. No one's comfortable when they recline their airplane seat. So
how long was the flight?
It's like 2 hours and 15 minutes.
Direct flight.
It was direct,
okay.
Yeah.
Nah, that's not too bad.
It's fine. I just curled my knees up and like.
Yeah, at least it wasn't a 6-hour flight.
Well, yeah, that would have been terrible. I cannot wait. I cannot wait until Southwest has assigned seats.
And that starts what, next year?
I think so. Yeah, January 1, if I'm not mistaken. It's I still have a bunch of United miles, and I'm flying my family down for Thanksgiving. But I it's just hard to get direct United flights from San Antonio. San Antonio is not a United town. Houston, United goes everywhere out of Houston.
Oh, so that's the main, just like American is at Dallas.
Yeah. So it's like United is Houston and Chicago are the main hubs, and on the West Coast it's like San Francisco and Denver. But you can get those 4 cities. Like if you got to go, but in Houston you can go direct anywhere. On United. If you don't live in one of those 4 cities, you have to go to one of those 4 and then you go somewhere. But yeah, I miss. That's one of my. It's probably something that I am. I would not be a fan if it was someone else, but because it's me, it's acceptable. I'm big on airline status. Like,
oh yeah.
I like being treated. I like being treated like a king on the airplane. I like it when they say, "Oh, Mr. Hoffman, we've upgraded you to first class.
Yeah,
no charge. Please, drinks on us tonight." I like that.
Has that ever happened?
All the time.
Really?
All the time. Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. It's so good. And you know what? You know what never happens on Southwest?
What?
That.
Of course.
Yeah. Never did they say, "Oh, Mr. Hoffman, we're going to move you from this terrible seat and put you next to someone who's not snoring and behind someone who's not reclining." No, that never happens. Never do they offer me a free drink. God bless them.
And it's like looks like a full bus to Mexico, right? Like the whole Southwest flight. You're like, man, I don't want to sit there.
But that dude, the guy next to me, used all that Carmex. Like you could see it on his face. Like he used way too much.
It was too shiny, and
you could smell it. It was like a hunk of it hanging off of his lip. Oh man! And then when he was snoring, he was like, and it was just like his lip was flopping around. It was gross.
What did the other passengers around you do?
Nothing? They didn't. Imagine, think about this. If you were on a flight with your wife,
right,
and you fall asleep and start snoring real loud, would your wife just let you snore? No. My wife would never.
Nope. No,
she would wake me up immediately and be like, "Hey,
stop that.
We're in public. You can't do this. Either sleep quietly or you can't sleep."
Yeah. Or yeah.
This lady didn't give a damn. And I looked over a couple times, and she didn't even address it. He's like,
that's why I hate people.
Dude had every kind of apnea imaginable. He had it. All right. We'll talk about some trades that happen in the NFL on the other side. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1. I'm going to tell you about my good friends over at Carbach. Eric Warner, the head brewer at Carbach, is going to come in next week. He's going to come sit in with us on Wednesday, talk about some of the stuff they got going on at Carbach, talk about some of the beer, introduce himself to San Antonio. But Eric literally wrote the book on how to brew Kolsch. Literally, wrote the book on how to brew Kolsch. And Carbach's Love Street Blonde is their Kolsch-style beer that is their best-selling beer in the whole great state of Texas. It is an easy-drinking, smooth, light beer. You're probably going to love it, friends. They also do Hopadillo, the IPA, full of those delicious bitter hops. And Crawford Bock is my favorite everyday drinker from Carbach. It is you'll notice it with the red, orange, yellow cans. Just a fantastic, very versatile beer. You drink it out at dinner with about anything. Drink it with some chicken wings. Just drink it when you're hanging out at the house. But they do have something for everyone in their lineup. When you go into Houston, if you ever get out that way, make sure you stop by the brewery because they have a whole bunch of beers that don't ever make it into distribution that are only available in the tap room, and fantastic food there as well. But I'm telling you now, if you don't think the place that you go to dinner, the bar that you normally drink at, if you don't think they have Carbach, you're probably wrong. They've made a big push into San Antonio. Their beer is all over the place. So next time you're out and about, ask your bartender, please make it a Carbach.
Dallas Cowboys head coach Mike McCarthy goes one-on-one and has some fun with the Morning Huddles, AJ and Rob, Friday mornings.
Now, you don't got a contract. You got nothing to lose. Is a 70-yard field goal in the offing soon? Will we see that this year?
Depends on the win this week.
Mike McCarthy's unfiltered look at the Cowboys' upcoming game. Friday mornings at 6:45 and 9. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds on 94.1. San Antonio Sports Star.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
Real estate is out of control. Between guaranteed offer programs and new laws about agent commissions, it's gotten so confusing. Know what's not confusing? Paying someone a low flat fee to sell your house. And that's where Listing Spark comes in. Listing Spark is Texas' flat fee real estate company. Flat fee selling is sweeping the nation because it's faster and it keeps more money in your pocket. In fact, professional real estate investors have known about it for years. With Listing Spark, you don't have to pay hefty agent commissions, and you don't have to leave money on the table. If you have a house worth $400,000, you actually sell it for $400,000 without paying $24,000 in agent commissions. And get this, if you get started today with Listing Spark, you can list with a local brokerage for as low as $395. Contact Listing Spark today to find out how much your home is worth for free. See, it's simple. Call 800-MLS-LIST or go to listingspark.com. That's listingspark.com. Listing Spark. Thousands of Texan homeowners agree. Selling's better with a low flat fee.
Hey, this is Rob Thompson here for Prize Picks, my daily fantasy game. In fact, mine and 10 million others are playing this every day because we know what we're doing. Prize Picks is the best place to get real money on your sports action. Join me and so many others playing every day. You know why? Prize Picks invented FlexPay, which means you can still cash out if your lineup isn't perfect. Look, you know your sports. How many yards is CeeDee Lamb going to get this week? Is Jonathan Taylor going to get 85 or more? You know what you're doing. Go make your play. Prize Picks is the best way to win real money this football season. Which players are going off? Which players aren't? You know you play fantasy football. Put your knowledge to work. And remember, use the code Alamo and there's $50 in it for you. Download the app now. Use Alamo. Play with your friends. It's the best way to have fun and get yourself in the game. Remember, Prize Picks also offers weekly promotions that can add to big payouts. Download the app today. Prize Picks. Run your game.
Mommy, want to play a game with me and Dad?
Mommy's not feeling good.
You need to vaporize that cold.
Vaporize?
Yeah, with Dayquil VapoCool. It's Dayquil plus a rush of Vicks vapors.
Whoa.
Come on, honey. Let's let Mommy rest.
You guys are amazing. And so is DayQuil VapoCool.
DayQuil VapoCool, the vaporizing daytime coughing, aching, fever, power through your day medicine. And to vaporize sore throat pain, try Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Wendy's breakfast burrito has an entire breakfast in every bite. Fresh cracked eggs, seasoned potatoes, American cheese, cheese sauce, and sausage or bacon. So the first bite is like fresh cracked American cheese sauce. Bacon. And the second bite is like fresh cracked American cheese sauce. Bacon. You get the idea. And now, get yours with $1 any size soft drink. Gotta be Wendy's.
Limited time only. Price and participation may vary. Not valid in a combo. Exclusions apply.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
San Antonio Sports Stars 50K Pro Football Pick'em giveaway is back. Head to USASportsStar.com and pick the winners of each pro football game every week to earn points for each correct pick. Highest points each week wins a $25 gift card to Mellow Mushroom. Highest points overall scores $1,000 worth of tickets from A Awesome Tickets. Pick the winning ticket of every regular season game. Win the grand prize, $50,000. This is an audience national contest across multiple markets. The 50K Pro Football Giveaway. Register and win at SASportsStar.com. You're locked on the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
It's showtime. Did you see the fans pry the ball out of the Mookie Betts glove? Yeah. Idiots. Kicked out of the World Series in the first inning. Ejected.
Man, I wonder how much he paid for those tickets.
I don't know. Pretty penny. I mean, they said he's a season ticket holder, but
they did look like New Yorkers, right?
Oh,
like they
of
were
course.
freaking 100%.
And it wasn't like
New Yorkers.
It wasn't like a thing where they like hit his glove and made it pop out like it was a quick move.
No, they were pulling it.
They grabbed his wrist and like started like trying to they weren't trying to be sneaky, is what I'm saying.
Right.
And they got it and they just threw it out there.
Yeah.
And the freaking Yankees fans were acting like they were some kind of heroes. Like, oh, World Series is on the line. You got to do what you got to do, eh?
Yeah, man.
Losers. God. Pathetic. The NFL saw a couple trades happen last night. For one, and the rich are getting richer here, by the way. Obviously, that's the way it typically works.
That's today's world.
The Ravens get Deontay Johnson, though, this is crazy. The Ravens are sending a 5th-round pick. They're getting Deontay Johnson and a 6th-round pick. So they're basically, they're giving up a 5th, 6th swap is what they're getting Deontay Johnson. It's the second time he's been traded. He was traded from the Steelers to the Panthers, and now, here he comes. The Steelers never would have traded him directly to the Ravens, but now that he's gone through Carolina, it's just fine. He had said he wanted to re-sign with the Panthers, but I think that was before the season started. Like he was like keen to the idea, like, oh, I'm traded here. Yeah, that's what you say when you want long-term money. Yeah, I really want to be here in Carolina. But then you start 1-7 and you go, well, I guess if you traded me, it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. But Deontay Johnson, he can play a little. It's just that he's wasted right now in Carolina. But now they've got Zay Flowers, Rashad Bateman, and Deontay Johnson. A pretty decent receiving core there for Lamar Jackson. Meanwhile, the Vikings, who lost Christian Darrisaw, their left tackle, they went out and traded for Cam Robinson of the Jacksonville Jags. The Vikings got Robinson and a 7th-round pick. The Jags got a 5th-round pick that can become a 4th-rounder based on playing time. But he's in the last year of his deal. He wasn't going to be back in Jacksonville. So, but it's good for the Vikings to go out and find someone because, you're not going to find someone better than him in-house. PFF has him graded as the 32nd best tackle in the league, which means he's a starting tackle. Which if that's your injury replacement, you've done well.
Yep.
And Jacksonville didn't need him; they suck anyway. But he missed the first 4 games last year, suspended for PEDs, and then missed 4 other games with a knee injury. But has played every game so far this season. We'll see how long it takes him to get in there. But big game for the Vikings now. I mean, every game's a big game for the Vikings. It seems at this point. But they've got the Colts coming up this weekend, trying to break their losing streak. Lost back-to-back games after starting out the season 5-0, and the Colts going to go with Joe Flacco. We'll talk about that a little bit later on in the show because I do find it I think Joe Flacco's better than Anthony Richardson, and I think the Colts are finally admitting that their guy is just not that good. Sometimes it happens.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I got to tell you guys about Game Day Men's Health. The pellets. Everybody said, what, the pellets? What are you talking about? The pellets?
They work.
Dude, it is a slow-release testosterone treatment that instead of if you're the kind of person, you're like me, you know me, I'm very busy because I've got a hectic nap schedule to maintain. And if you're like me, you don't want to go in every week and get a shot, but you still like the idea of getting that boost. You still like the idea of having more energy and sleeping better, and having more libido, being in a better mood. All those things sound good. Going in every week for a shot doesn't for me. And so they've got an option to do this pellet treatment that's a slow release thing. And man, it is so convenient. Everything about Game Day Men's Health is convenient. First of all, convenient location, 250 East Bassey Road, right outside the quarry in the Alamo Quarry Center. And you do everything in-house. So you go in, you get a free testosterone test. They'll check your T levels. And if you're a candidate, they'll sit down with you. They'll explain your options, and you choose which option you want to go with. And boom, they treat you on the spot. I was in and out of the whole thing. The whole process took me less than an hour. That's how convenient it was. And guys, don't settle. Be the best version of yourself. Get back to feeling how you used to feel. Call Game Day, 210-900-3691. That's 210-900-3691. Feel better, be better. It's Game Day.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
Finally, some good news on the west side. Highway 90 eastbound as you approach I-35 at Nogalitos. That accident has finally been cleared. Traffic is unwinding rather quickly through that area. However, not so good news on the far west side, Highway 90 eastbound. Still got a pocket of real heavy traffic from Highway 211 to Loop 410. Almost a 30-minute delay. I'm Dan Miles, KTSA. Time saver traffic.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home for Texas A&M football. Saturday afternoon at 6:30. The Aggies, undefeated in the SEC, take on the South Carolina Gamecocks. Presented by Ewald Kubota and the Angry Elephant. Pre-game at 5:30 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. With Progressive Insurance, you can make sure your family is well taken care of with life insurance. Protect your phones, laptops, and more with electronic device insurance. And cover your furry friends with pet health insurance. Visit Progressive.com. That's Progressive.com.
Hey, what are you doing for a Halloween weekend? How about getting your hands on a portion of this $50K guaranteed over at SA Card House? Yep, starts on Thursday, Halloween night. They've got 2 flights on Friday, 3 on Saturday, all to get to day 2 on Sunday. And if you're there on Sunday, you got a good chance of winning some of that $50K guaranteed prize money.
Go by, check them out, or check them out online at sacardhouse.com. They're open 7 days a week. Stop in, maybe I'll see you at the tables.
Howdy, Ags. Andrew Monaco, the voice of the Aggies, inviting you to watch all A&M games at the Angry Elephant at 281 in Redland Road. Owned by Chip Ingram, class of 98, the Angry Elephant is known for their liberal cocktails at conservative prices and the best hot dog in Texas. Since 2012, the Angry Elephant's been the place to watch A&M, and this year is no different. Just down from the Big Blind, right next to the Rue Pub at 281 in Redland Road. The Angry Elephant. Like your bar, love your Aggies. Gig 'em.
George gets justice. At George Salinas Injury Lawyers, they don't just represent you, they fight for you. When life throws its toughest challenges, George and his team are there to get you the justice you deserve. And here's their promise. You don't pay unless they win your case. With a proven track record of success, they take every case personally. Call George Salinas Injury Lawyers today at 210-225-0909 or visit GetGeorge.com. George gets justice. GetGeorge.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts is honored to recognize the service of our military personnel. To show our appreciation, O'Reilly Auto Parts is proud to offer a 10% discount on many items to all active duty, reserve, veterans, and their dependent family members. Exceptions apply. Get details at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
It's football season, and you know the best place to watch games is at the Rue Pub, 281 in Redland Road, with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. College, pro, the games are on at the Rue. And when you show up at the Rue Pub, show up hungry. The food is fantastic. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch the game. Just down from the Big Blind, the Rue Pub is next to the Angry Elephant at 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Rue.
Progressive presents good news, bad news, dumb news, then great news. Good news. While leaning over the fence, your neighbor said you could save money bundling home and auto insurance with Progressive. Bad news. Your neighbor leaned over a little too much and broke your fence. Dumb news. Somehow fence wood is more expensive than wood. Great news. You decide to see if you could save money bundling at Progressive.com and to plant really tall shrubs. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Still getting around to that fix on your car? You got this. On eBay, you'll find millions of parts, guaranteed to fit. Doesn't matter if it's a major engine repair or your first time swapping your windshield wipers. eBay has that part you need, ready to click perfectly into place. For changes big and small. Loud or quiet. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. But you already know that. eBay. Things, people, love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, the Spurs have an early season showdown in OKC. Ought to be a lot of fun.
Plus, a big weekend in college football. Let's talk about it with Danny Cannell. He joins us at 5:15.
The Blitz starts at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. The NFL is on. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Yeah. Cowboys, as we know, it's not been great. Vic, how you feel? You're a I guess Joe Reinagle's not a Cowboys fan, right?
Right. Yeah, I don't think so.
I think I'm the only other one here. Minix is
yeah.
hardcore.
Yeah.
Rob's a Cowboys fan. You're a Cowboy fan.
I'm a Cowboy fan, yeah, whether win or lose.
Win or lose, huh?
Mm-hmm.
But you're getting kind of sick of this, right?
Yeah. Just a little.
It's win or lose, but it's like, man, I'm kind of tired of losing.
But,
it's been a lot of losing lately. They're at Atlanta on Sunday. following back-to-back losses that the second loss looked a lot closer than the final score said it was, 30-24 in San Francisco, but they got to stay on the road and go to Atlanta. I guess I'll do this to start.
Okay.
And I'll let you know. Have you noticed how good I've been at doing my reads today?
Yeah, you've been pretty good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
When we talk to the suit today, make sure you let him know.
Yeah, that's what the rest in Vegas did. It got you all ready.
Say, I think it's impressive how much of a professional broadcaster AJ is once he spends a few days at home with his family.
So that'd be what, once a month now?
Yeah, I'm not opposed to it.
There you go.
It might be good for me. Although I did have to do a bunch of stuff when I was there. My son's car broke.
Oh, didn't you have to push his car?
He did have to push his car.
Work.
It sucked. After I hiked 11 and a half miles the day before. 11 and a half miles.
Yeah, but you're all full of pellets. You're all full of,
I know.
That muscle. You're just moving.
Every Thursday at 4:30, Dallas Cowboys Executive Vice President and COO Stephen Jones joins the Blitz to discuss the latest with the Cowboys. That'll be today. You'll hear him. Today's Wednesday.
It'll be
tomorrow. That'll be tomorrow at 4:30. Stephen Jones talking about. I hope he wants to talk more about the Falcons game than the 49ers game. There's not much left to say about that game.
No.
Although we did hear Jerry Jones on The Fan yesterday talking about the game and talking about just some of the stuff that's gone on since then. We talked yesterday quite a bit about Trayvon Diggs and the situation in the locker room. But Jerry, they asked him how he feels, if he's worried about the state of the locker room with these frustrations starting to boil over.
So much of that is spontaneous. So much of that is you can't fake that stuff. It's real. These guys have a lot on the line, even the ones that weren't in the game that are part of this team and maybe going to be on the field the next week. They're very involved in the aspect of their position as a part of a team. And everybody has their own way of dealing with it. Some people are vocal, some people aren't. You can show frustration, manifests itself in a lot of ways. For me, it doesn't, in a tight time, to see emotion. But more importantly, that coupled with doing something about it, that is a big deal. And people show that emotion differently. But boy, this is an emotional game. And it shows me when I see that kind of frustration, I don't look at it negatively. I look at it as they're into it. And believe you me, these players today uniquely are so involved in social media that they hear everything that's whispered because social media does that. And so they're very, very sensitive. You can shut a lot of this stuff out when you want to shut it out. Now, I don't believe there's anybody living that wants to be dealing with adversity. You'd rather it be smooth sailing all the time. That's not this game. That's not this game with the media. You guys, you do a great job. You're probing. You're into it. Those probes into it. You ask questions that these guys are fair game, and they should be. They're fair game. It's not like meeting up with somebody on the street. And your questions can run deep. That's what they do. They're out there to do what it is that they may be unhappy with themselves, and it's being pointed out by media, which you represent the fans. That's the way it goes.
I still can't get over the fact that there was maybe 5 minutes between the time Trayvon Diggs got into the locker room and when he saw this tweet and went after this reporter. Yeah. Like the idea that that's the first, like you just got your ass kicked and the first thing you do when you get off the field is check Twitter. Yeah. What an odd mindset that is.
I wonder, does he do that every game? Or has he?
Or just the games where
like he's embarrassed?
Or? I don't know. Well, clearly he wasn't embarrassed. He that play wasn't on him. He told you.
Yeah, but still. what people think.
It's just such a weird thing to think. I just can't picture, and maybe that's me being old. Maybe I'm a boomer now because I can't picture like losing a game like that, and the first thing I do is check my phone to see what people are saying about it. That's crazy to me.
Yeah. No, I don't see. Yeah, I couldn't do that. No. I think what it is in this day and age, everything is there. Everything's about social media. So he cares about that more, what people are talking about, than what he's
I've got
actually
social
doing.
media too.
Yeah.
It doesn't drive me to the point where.
How old is he?
Been in the league since 2020. He's probably like 25, 26.
Yeah, he's still young. Yeah. Yeah, he was raised on that.
How old are your kids?
25, 24, and 22.
Are they the same way?
It's all about the phone. It's all about the phone. They just have it constantly. I could be without my phone for a while.
So your son is driving trucks, right?
Yeah, my middle son.
Imagine your son driving trucks. A load falls off his truck.
Right.
And it's a bad day. The crew has to come clean up. It's a whole mess.
Okay.
The load's ruined. His boss is pissed off at him. The client's pissed off.
Yeah. He'll probably send me pictures first.
Imagine that your son, instead of before he even gets the problem fixed,
or call his company and tell them everything,
he's checking his phone to see I wonder if anybody on 35 saw this. The idea that you could do that is so crazy to me.
Yeah.
But again, like you said, these young people, it's a different world, man. It is a different world. A big thing that's been making the rounds, and they asked both Jerry, and I'll play Jerry and Brian Schottenheimer's thoughts on this, about Dak not running the ball. And I said, Dak is a running quarterback. Those days are over. But
he's not quick enough.
Jerry wants you to believe differently. He wants you to believe that, Dak could run if we wanted him to, but we're not looking for that.
You really don't want to see him really take off with that ball. These guys, these quarterbacks that run, they're going to get injured, and that happens. And happens to the youngest, happens to the best. It's happened to Dak. And so to the end that as we rely on him to stay healthy, that's an important part of it. I wouldn't say it's up there in red letters in the practice facility, don't run, but I would say that we want him to be smart about it, and he is being smart about it. However, he will, when he sees the opportunity, pull it down and run with it, as we know. And the situation the other night, you could say, well, when does making yards count any more than that? It's easy to see. It's easy to compare. And as cricket, that's fair. When the opposing quarterback you've got is really complementing what they're doing with their offense, with his running. But I'm satisfied with Dak in terms of his ability to run is there. There's no question about that. As far as him physically, he can run, and if we look back on it, you'll see times this year. But we want Dak in the future to do the kind of job with his arm and get the ball out to the outside. You see us trying to do that a lot and make up for anything we might want to do risky. I don't want to see him take those kinds of hits.
Yeah, Dak can run, and we'd probably be better if he ran, but
he's a clumsy runner.
We don't like that. We don't want to take the. Okay, sure. Yeah, he could. You just don't want him to.
No,
that's right.
He can't.
We'd rather not pick up that first down. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, we don't need it.
Give me a break. They asked Brian Schottenheimer the same thing, why Dak isn't running as much as he used to.
Again, different things. I mean, sometimes the rush lane discipline's been good. It's kept them in. Again, there's been some checkdowns and outlets that he's trying to get to, but it doesn't always just happen naturally, I thought he showed yesterday, again, the one to his left was a really hard play, the one that he hit to JT down the left sideline. But yeah, just again, people have done a nice job with the rush lane and kind of trying to keep them contained. But it's something that you look at, and based on the opponent and the way they rush, there are rush lanes that are created, and we'll just keep emphasizing that and trying to, it's always easier when you can get out to your right. But again, the fact that he went left yesterday and made the big play to JT, that shows you that we can do it. We've just not been doing it very consistent.
It feels like different messaging.
Right? Something's a little different there.
Not on the same page.
Different book.
By the way, this is also great. They on ESPN right now, they've got the biggest midseason disappointments. Everybody picked the Jets except for Jeff Saturday, who picked the Colts because he was fired by the Colts.
Yeah.
That is so great. Man. That he's like, nope, the Colts are the biggest disappointment.
Yeah.
They're not good enough at head coach. If they had a better coach, they'd be all right. That is funny.
Man.
The other thing of concern is the turnovers for Dak. 6 interceptions in the last 3 games. And you can pretend like, oh, it's just a small sample. That's a lot, dude. You can't turn the ball over that much and win. Everyone knows that. It is a big deal. You start having multiple turnovers per game, it's tough to win in the NFL. They asked Brian Schottenheimer, what he thinks is going on with Dak with the turnovers.
Well, again, you can't dwell on. You got to go play the game. We trust Dak. Dak's going to make way more good decisions than bad decisions. Like I said, of the interceptions, again, I don't have the numbers in front of me, but they're not all just him, right? And so you got to go play the game. And so, like I said, there's different things you build in, right? Like he takes the shot to Terp, and it wouldn't have been an easy play, but Terp realizes I don't have good leverage. The safety's right there. The ball's hanging. At that point, you do become the defender. You become the defensive back. Whether you tackle the safety or whatever you do, it's 1st and 10. It all works together. And so part of that is, when that happens, Babe will probably tell you, you earn major credit from the receiver. If you leave a ball inside because you get hit in the chest, you leave a ball inside and it's not intercepted, it's broken up, believe me, the quarterbacks will be the first to be like, that was awesome. And so it's all tied together, but you got to play the game. You got to play the game, and we think and feel very strongly that Dak will get out of this, and we'll get out of this. And we have to do that to be as good as we can be.
Do you think he's talking about that Turpin ball that hit Turpin in the hands and then in the helmet, and then he didn't catch it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure Dak was really excited about that.
But
it was only
what happened?
It was only the game-winning drive. No big deal.
Yeah. They'll get another one.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll get the ball back. Sure, there's only going to be 20 seconds left and we're out of timeouts, but maybe something crazy will happen, right?
Yeah.
No.
Like a fumble, and then
No. Yeah, they'll take a bad snap and we'll pick it up and run it all the way in.
Yeah, or a big man will do it, and then it'll be great.
No, that's not what happened.
No.
That is not what happened. No, it just certainly feels like right now the Cowboys are an absolute mess. And they asked Jerry about the young guys, if he's happy with the way the future of this team is looking. Poor Terrence Steele, who is friend of the show, came on our program, a San Antonio kid, good dude. He's getting his ass kicked right now. But they asked Jerry about the young bucks and how he thinks they're looking.
We're seeing right now, in some degree, the system at its best as far as the impact it can have. And it's your depth. You've got to bring that depth forward. And when you've used a lot of your scholarship money on several players, then that depth's got to be young. Not necessarily not talented, but young. Young means more mistakes, always. Young means less ability to communicate out there until they get it down.
He's not wrong, but
he's not. But I guess I don't think of this team in general as a young team. There's some young guys, certainly.
Yeah.
But my bigger beef is with Dak, who's not young, the running game, which is certainly not young.
Nope.
And by the way, you notice they've stopped talking about it. They've stopped asking,
they already know.
Now they can't ask the same Dalvin Cook question they've asked every week. do we think Dalvin's going to get brought up to the big team? Because he'll be a real impactful piece, when Dalvin Cook gets here. Do you guys think Dalvin's going to be like a difference maker?
Yeah, Dalvin.
Dalvin. You guys remember, you guys know while the running game's suffering, you've got Dalvin Cook just sitting on the practice squad. Yeah, well, Dalvin came up and had 6 carries for 12 yards. Whoop-de-doo. Wow. Zeke was better than Dalvin. Give me a break. No, they finally stopped asking about it. Now it's like, if I was Brian Chandler, I'd be like, see?
Told you.
Stop asking me. He sucks. All right, when we come back, we'll talk about Shedeur and Dion. Colorado making moves, but Dion feels like Shedeur is getting a raw deal. Morning Huddle 94.1.
On your ride to work, it's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson. KTFM, Floresville. 1, 2, 3, Cowboys! South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Sunday at noon, the back-to-back road trip ends in Atlanta with the boys taking on the Falcons.
I like this kind of party.
Pregame starts at 11. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds and Ewald Kubota.
You asked for it, you got it. How about them Cowboys?
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. With Progressive Insurance, you can make sure your family is well taken care of with life insurance. Protect your phones, laptops, and more with electronic device insurance. And cover your furry friends with pet health insurance. Visit Progressive.com. That's Progressive.com.
This Saturday, be at the Alamo Dome as your UTSA Roadrunners take on the Memphis Tigers. And remember to wear black. It's the Lights Out game and UTSA salute to local businesses. Tickets start at just $21 at GoUTSA.com. It's the UTSA Roadrunners hosting the Memphis Tigers this Saturday in the Alamo Dome. Kickoff at 11 a.m. Visit GoUTSA.com to secure your seats now. UTSA football, it's more than a game. It's an experience.
With Progressive, you get more than savings. You get access to us through our mobile app, online chat, or by phone.
Oh, I see what you're doing here, Jamie. Giving me all these ways to stay in touch so I have no excuse not to. Well, you're in luck, because this guy's in the market for a new BFF.
Actually, all our customers can contact us this way.
Oh. Yeah, no, I was just kidding.
But I am always up for Taco Pizza!
Jigsaw!
Get help from Progressive through the website, app, chat, or phone. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Get huge savings during the fall sales event at Ancira Nissan on IH-10 West. At Ancira Nissan, lease this 2025 Sentra S for just $218 per month for 36 months. Or this 24 Rogue SV for just $258 per month for 36 months. Stop in or check us out at AnciraNissanSA.com. The fall sales event at Ancira Nissan on IH-10 West between Wurzbach and Heidner.
Real estate is out of control. Between guaranteed offer programs and new laws about agent commissions, it's gotten so confusing. Know what's not confusing? Paying someone a low flat fee to sell your house. And that's where Listing Spark comes in. Listing Spark is Texas' flat fee real estate company. Flat fee selling is sweeping the nation because it's faster and it keeps more money in your pocket. In fact, professional real estate investors have known about it for years. With Listing Spark, you don't have to pay hefty agent commissions, and you don't have to leave money on the table. If you have a house worth $400,000, you actually sell it for $400,000 without paying $24,000 in agent commissions. And get this, if you get started today with Listing Spark, you can list with a local brokerage for as low as $395. Contact Listing Spark today to find out how much your home is worth for free. See, it's simple. Call 800-MLS-LIST or go to listingspark.com. That's listingspark.com. Listing Spark. Thousands of Texan homeowners agree. Selling's better with a low flat fee.
Hi, my name is Jason Thompson. I'm an attorney here in San Antonio representing people and families who've been injured in traffic collisions since 1994. The reason it's important to call me as soon as possible is the number of tricks and mistakes you can make, even up to talking to insurance companies, which I'm going to tell you not to do. And also some of the billing practices at our local hospitals. And over the last year, I've seen more and more of this, where hospitals are asking patients to assign benefits they do not have to assign, all in an effort to get more money to the hospital than they would receive if all you used was your health insurance. When you call, I will give you your options. We'll talk about your case. And all of that is free of charge. If you or a family member has been injured in a traffic accident, whether car, commercial truck, motorcycle, I want you to call me as soon as possible after the collision. My number, 210-900-0400. That's 210-900-0400. Or go to my website at alawyerforus.com.
I occasionally have nerve discomfort in my hands, so the things I love to do...
Let's play something, Grandma.
...became difficult as I got older.
If you have occasional stabbing and burning in your hands and feet, try Nervive Nerve Relief. Nervive's clinically studied dose of alpha-lipoic acid reduces occasional nerve discomfort in as little as 7 days with continued daily use. Say yes to healthy nerves with Nervive Nerve Relief. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
On the west side, Loop 410 eastbound at I-10 had an accident that has finally been cleared, but a new one just popped up. This is just after West of Military Drive. Traffic is stacked up pretty solid. There's still about a 20-minute delay. Also on the west side, reports of an accident, Highway 90 eastbound as you approach Hunt Lane. Traffic is solid from Montgomery. About a 20-minute delay there. I'm Dan Miles, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
In the NFL, Houston Texans wide receiver Stephon Diggs' season is over. As MRIs confirmed, he did in fact suffer an ACL tear in Sunday's win over the Colts. In the NBA, the Spurs look to bounce back tonight as they're in Oklahoma City to take on the Thunder. Tip-off set for 8:30. In the World Series, the Yankees take Game 4 with an 11-4 win. The Dodgers lead the series 3-1. I'm Vic Brown with 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hour number 3 on a hump day. We've made it over the hump portion of hump day.
Yeah, we did.
Hump day. Hump day.
That's Shannon Sharp thing, man. I'm
Got a whole new meaning for hump day.
Yeah.
Hump day. Yeah. Prime, Coach Prime. Coach Prime has him a little something cooking, man. Coach Prime's team's playing well. Obviously, you know, he's bowl eligible already. That's fantastic. As I look at the updated Heisman Trophy odds, the favorite to win the Heisman Trophy, it's a co-favorite. They're both plus 260.
Okay.
Dylan Gabriel of Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
And Travis Hunter of Colorado.
I can see Travis winning it, but
I can too. Especially, I mean, earlier in the season, I was like, "There's no way," because they just don't have enough team success. They're not good enough as a team.
Right. I get
but
that.
now,
They got some wins.
Yeah, they don't suck. I thought they sucked. They don't suck. Now, they're not good. They're still a Big 12 school that, you know, playing a Big 12 schedule. But they could win 8 or 9 games, not out of the realm. And they're ranked. They're ranked for the first time since last year when everybody rushed to crown them, and then they got their asses kicked immediately. It's like, oh, you dummies. You guys thought that was real. But they're 6-2. It's a solid team. But like I said, they have the front runner, or at least the co-front runner, for the Heisman Trophy right now. And if you look down the list, Cam Ward is next, then Ashton Genty, Clayton Kubnick, Carson Beck, Shador Sanders. 7th in the odds. 7th, mind you.
I don't see Shador. I see Genty, though. Genty's
I like him.
going. Yeah, I like him.
But Listen, Shedeur played really well on Saturday. They beat Cincinnati. I almost bet on Cincinnati. I was trying to get one more point and never got it, so I passed, and I'm lucky I did because they weren't in it. But Deion is now complaining that Shedeur is not getting enough Heisman love.
Well, he hasn't earned it.
He says he's so darn good because we don't even give him credit that he deserves for some of the things that he does. You don't even know that stuff because you're into the game and you're coaching. I think he did that one time in Jackson, that he was phenomenal like that. Wow, wow, wow. And they don't even mention him for the Heisman? He's not even mentioned? Oh, my bad. He's my son. That's why.
Oh,
Now it's like Coach Prime is taking it now the opposite side. Because remember, Coach Prime has gotten more media coverage than any coach in the world in the last 2 years. And now it's like, oh, because he's my son, he's not getting love. Dude, you get the love, Coach. Yeah. He did miss some I guess he missed a couple plays here and there, but they were calling it the flu game for Shedeur.
Oh, come on.
He was sick, he wasn't feeling good. But he had 15 consecutive completions, which is a program record, and a touchdown. And one of his two touchdowns was a 34-yard touchdown to Travis Hunter.
Yeah.
So there's a real easy answer for why Shedeur Sanders is not getting love as a Heisman Trophy candidate. Because you already have one. And he's better than Shedeur. And if I'm Deion, and I know Deion wants to cape for his kid. He wants to, my kid deserves, but at the same time, how does it make Deion look as a coach if he gets a Heisman Trophy winner? And Travis Hunter has a legitimate shot at it because he's doing something that nobody else does.
Yeah, kind of like the way LeBron is with his kid. Like he's not that good, but he's a Laker.
Yeah.
But
when it's a voted on award, you've got to choose between the two guys.
Travis is.
It's going to be Travis Hunter. It's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
And for Deion, when Deion says this, all it does is, if anything, it splits votes, and now neither of your guys are going to win it. That's the worst thing you can do.
Then Gentile win out of nowhere.
As good of a game as Shedeur had, Travis Hunter had 9 catches for 153 yards and 2 touchdowns. And by the way, also played defense. Yeah, Travis Hunter's like the Shohei Ohtani of college football.
Yeah, I was going to say. Yeah.
It's like doing everything. Yeah. That guy's
and no other players
very deserving.
No other players play both, right? It's just Travis.
Yeah, he's the only one. He's the only one I know of. He's the only one who's worth a damn.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're picking the wrong fights here. Like, instead of saying, why isn't my kid getting any love, just pump up the guy that you've got that is getting the love.
Mm-hmm.
Just talk about how undeniable Travis Hunter is as the Heisman candidate.
Maybe it'll force,
yes,
force everything else. That's what you got to do.
But when you say, it's my kid, so they're not giving him any love, first of all, it makes you look like an ass.
Yeah, like an idiot.
And secondly, when you do that, all that's going to do is make people not want to vote for Travis Hunter. So, just terrible job of handling it for Deion, who, I mean, you would think by now he'd be pretty media savvy. He's still very standoffish with the media. He's still very.
He's more vulgar, it seems. Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't want to be pushed. He doesn't want to be challenged. He's the man, and
what he says goes.
Yeah, but yeah, I did find that conversation quite interesting. There's some other college football news. Iowa's quarterback Cade McNamara, former Michigan quarterback, out with a concussion. Penn State, Drew Aller, their quarterback, is a game time decision against Ohio State. I forgot what their backup's name is. He's a runner, though. He did a good job last week, and it might be easier to run on Ohio State than it is to pass on them. And one of the Jack Tuttle, one of the rotating quarterbacks at Michigan this year, has said that he is medically retiring from football. It's always funny. He's a seventh-year senior. He's played in 2 games. He's had 1 start this season. And instead of just, telling your coach, like, hey, I'm going to have a hard time playing anymore this season. I'll stick it out. I want to work with the program, but I'm not going to be able to play anymore.
Right.
He makes this announcement saying, I'm medically retiring. Like somehow the NFL was looking at this guy, and he's like, look, if you were thinking about drafting me, I'm medically retired. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to take your money. No one was drafting you, dude. You don't have to medically retire. You could just stop playing. Medically retire. He said, and he also said that he recently suffered the 5th concussion of his career. Said it brought forth the painful truth that I need to start prioritizing my health. So at least good that the kid realizes that, you probably ain't got a whole hell of a lot of a future in this football thing. Get out while your brain still works. And
usually it should have been like that after the second one, maybe.
Well,
concussion.
Tua, personal choice for Tua. Why aren't you going to wear that protective helmet? Personal choice.
Personal choice, yeah.
Because I'm a man. I'm a real man, not like you lady boys. I'm a real man.
He'll probably play without a helmet.
That's right. If I could play without a helmet, I would.
I would, yeah, see?
Yeah. You guys don't want to see. Y'all don't want this. Y'all don't want this. So, and other college football news, Texas Tech. It looks like that Baron Morton is going to start on Saturday against Iowa State. He didn't play in the second half last week with a left shoulder injury, which caused Texas Tech to blow a big lead and lose to TCU. But they're saying that he is expected to start on Saturday. So good news for the Red Raiders.
The Raiders.
The Raiders. Yeah, so there you go. That's the latest in college. God, those games last night were so bad. The Sam Houston Louisiana Tech game, the final score was 9-3. For almost the entire game, it was 3-2. It's like, ugh. Then Texas State lost to Louisiana 23-17. Florida International 34-13 winners over New Mexico State. We'll get into all the games coming up this week or tonight. There are a couple games tonight. We'll do that in the daily lines coming up at 9:30. When we come back, we're going to talk about the Colts and Joe Flacco, and I'm going to give away some food. You guys like free food? I know you do. I'm going to do that next segment. Right now, I'm going to tell you about SA Card House, located just off 281 at Bitters, San Antonio's premier card house. And this weekend, oh boy, this weekend are they doing it big. $50K guaranteed. That's how much money is going to be handed out amongst the winners, if not more, depending on how many people get out there. But Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, you got a chance to play. That's the day ones. And if you advance to day 2 on Sunday, you're going to have a chance to get your hands on a chunk of that $50K. Stop into SA Card House. If you haven't been by, go check it out. Check out the food. Check out the environment. It's just a good place to play cards. I love playing there. I love going. I love playing. I'm having a blast there. I know you will too. And the food, like I said, I really recommend the fried rice, but ask them to make it extra spicy. That's the way to do it. That's the way. 5-star chefs on hand with nightly specials and tournaments every day. They got another $10,000 guaranteed tournament today. So get on out to SA Card House. Check them out online, sacardhouse.com, and I will see you on the tables.
If you miss the Blitz with Jason and Joe, then you miss this.
Right, when you go home tonight. I'm not talking about you. Everybody else is listening. Take your big toe, wrap it around the one next to it, and it will look like you're flipping somebody off. If you need a cocktail or something, go ahead and do that.
Well, you got to get lubricated up just for this?
Some people might. I don't. I can go home and do it right away.
We're still talking about using your toes to flip people off, right?
Whatever you think, buddy, yes.
Right home with the Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6 on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine is excited to announce a partnership that is revolutionizing access to care for orthopedic patients. The HURT app provides free 24/7 access to orthopedic expertise. HURT is the app to have before you need it. Don't wait for an injury to happen. Download HURT now for free, fast virtual access to orthopedic specialists. The HURT app is available online in the App Store and Google Play. Learn more about the HURT app and the OrthoNow Injury Clinic at TSAOG.com.
Don't let pain hold you back from living your best life. I'm Dr. Jason Garrett with Arasti. At Arasti, we're dedicated to providing fast, effective relief from pain. Whether you've been dealing with a chronic discomfort for years or have recently suffered an injury, our goal is to help you recover quickly. Our treatment is all natural, non-invasive, and covered by most insurance plans. With convenient locations nearby, relief is just a call away. Visit Arasti.com. That's AIRROSTI.com. Arasti, we fix pain fast.
Not all pizza places are the same. Mellow Mushroom originated hand-tossed, stone-baked, classic Southern pizza. Not in the mood for pizza? Order a calzone, hoagie, sandwich, burger, or a mellow salad and see how care goes into every item on the menu. Take your pick from 24 draft beers and or handcrafted cocktails. And many of the pizzas can be made gluten-free or vegan. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
Hello, my name is Jason Thompson. I'm an attorney here in San Antonio, and since 1994, I've been representing people and families seriously injured by negligent drivers. Recently, we've all seen advertisements from attorneys here in San Antonio saying their firm does not get paid an attorney fee unless there's a recovery. And maybe you've heard, we don't get paid unless you get paid, or words to that effect. Well, that is what I've been doing for more than 30 years. I honestly did not know that there were attorneys in San Antonio that would represent an injured client and charge a fee if there was no recovery. You see, I practice law with basic principles, one of which is you never need an excuse to do the right thing. If you or a family member has been injured in a vehicle collision, including a commercial or business vehicle, an 18-wheeler, call me. The phone call and consultation is free. If you hire me, I will not get a fee unless there is a recovery. And this has been true for me and my firm for more than 30 years. My number, 210-900-0400, that's 210-900-0400, or check out my website, alawyerforus.com.
You ever try fixing your car and realize you're missing that one part? Yeah, been there. That's why eBay's my go-to. They've got millions of parts, guaranteed to fit. I'm talking brake pads for when yours have seen one too many miles of stop and go. Oil filters, because you don't mess around with your engine care. Even got this cold air intake on my watch list. I might just go for it. To keep the ride cool and your DIY streak high. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk from atrial fibrillation, an irregular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Over a 3-year study, Eliquis apixaban tablets reduce stroke risk better than warfarin, and over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke. A first stroke occurred in 2.9% of warfarin patients versus 2.3% of Eliquis patients.
Don't stop taking prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. It may increase your stroke risk. Eliquis can cause serious and in rare cases fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or take longer for bleeding to stop. A spinal injection while on Eliquis increases risk of blood clots, which may cause paralysis, the inability to move. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding, unusual bruising, or tingling, numbness, or muscle weakness. Medications such as aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners may increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
Mommy, want to play a game with me and Dad?
Mommy's not feeling good.
You need to vaporize that cold.
Vaporize?
Yeah, with Dayquil VapoCool. It's Dayquil plus a rush of Vicks vapors.
Whoa.
Come on, honey. Let's let Mommy rest.
You guys are amazing. And so is Dayquil VapoCool.
DayQuil VapoCool, the vaporizing daytime coughing, aching, fever, power through your day medicine. And to vaporize sore throat pain, try Vicks VapoCool drops. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Wendy's breakfast burrito has an entire breakfast in every bite. Fresh cracked eggs, seasoned potatoes, American cheese, cheese sauce, and sausage or bacon. So the first bite is like fresh cracked American cheese sauce. Bacon. And the second bite is like fresh American cheese sauce. Bacon. You get the idea. And now, get yours with $1 any size soft drink. Gotta be Wendy's.
Limited time only. Price and participation may vary. Not valid in a combo. Exclusions apply.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the NFL. Monday night, Thursday night, and Sunday night football. Presented locally by Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
AJ's here, working his ass off. Rob's laying in bed.
Yeah.
With the sniffles. He got the sniffles.
Yeah, like
poor Rob. Yeah, look at him right there. Just non-existent. Man. Oh, man. Vic, we've been working together for about 6 months now. How many sick days have you seen me take?
None. None.
Why? Why do you think that is? Do you think I have like some sort of superpower immune system, or do you think maybe I'm just I'm mentally tough enough to like realize that I'm an adult and I just got to go to work?
Well, two things. Either you just weren't that sick enough to stay home. But I'm like you. If I'm really, really sick, I need to be babied.
No one's that sick. No one gets that sick that you got to stay home.
Yeah. Well, they made me stay home the other day because I had strep throat. I didn't want to give it to you guys.
Yeah, I don't want you guys.
Yeah, but
a cold. Rob said he had a cold.
He's got the sniffles.
I got sniffles. I gotta go stay home for the sniffles.
I think he did stay up to watch the Yankees, and
I think that's what it was.
He just didn't have enough sleep.
You know what? Jimmy down the hall texted me last night when I was boarding my flight. He's like, "You working by yourself tomorrow?"
Oh yeah, he told me.
Rob didn't look good, and I was like, "Oh boy."
You knew right away.
I knew. That's why I wasn't shocked when I saw it this morning. I kind of had a feeling, and I was like, "Oh, wow, great." Hey, you guys like free food? I know you do. Who doesn't like free food? The Great Greek Mediterranean Grill in San Antonio. I want to give you a taste of fresh cuisine this fall, made from scratch daily using authentic family recipes. Enjoy bold, flavorful offerings like juicy chicken souvlaki paired with craveable feta fries. To experience these mouth-watering flavors for yourself, visit thegreatgreekgrill.com. So here's what we're going to do. It's 11647 Culebra is the address. I think we should make the people happy and let them try some of this stuff out. Oh, they've got some good stuff. I'm looking at this. You could get the Great Greek rice bowl, rice pilaf with shredded lettuce, tomatoes, red onions, cucumbers. I'm gonna pass on the cucumbers. I'm gonna tell them to keep the cucumbers. Garbanzo beans, crumbled feta served with tzatziki sauce, and add your choice of chicken breast, leg of lamb, lamb.
That does sound good.
Steak tenderloin, jumbo shrimp, falafel, or Atlantic salmon. Or then, God, this is probably what I would go with. Australian lamb souvlaki, 2 skewers of leg of lamb with rice pilaf and feta fries. Oh, that sounds amazing.
Yeah, I'm hungry.
Where is that? Culebra Road. Where is that road? Is that close to here?
Let's see. Culebra would be, it's about 15 minutes from here.
I might have to go here on my way home. I'm going to get that Australian lamb souvlaki with my feta fries. That's what I'm going to get. Yeah. Somebody, you know what? I'm going to let somebody on the Brigade Bar get $50 to the Great Greek Mediterranean Grill. What should I do? Oh, you know what? I'll do this. If you've been, this is that way we can reward those who have been listening.
Okay.
I told you last segment that Travis Hunter is the co-favorite to win the Heisman Trophy. And I want to know who is the other co-favorite. They're both at plus 260 right now. First person to put that name in the chat on the Brigade Bar, you're going to get $50 to the Great Greek Mediterranean Grill. And because I didn't give one away yesterday, I'm going to give away on the phone too. Oh, how generous is AJ? Oh, what a guy. What a guy. Caller number 5. You don't even have to answer a question. You just, if you're the lucky caller, caller number 5, you will be able to enjoy $50 worth of the Great Greek Mediterranean Grill. So there you go. Gosh, see a bunch of wrong guesses already on the Bruce got it. Bruce Day, you're the winner, Bruce. Congratulations. You got to call in too. So we're gonna put Vic to work now. Vic, you can shut up for a little while. You go ahead and do your job here. I'm gonna tell you guys the Indianapolis Colts are making a change, and it's a change that I've been saying for the last couple of weeks. They got to make. Anthony Richardson is not good. Colts are 5-point dogs at the Vikings. They said, you know what? We're going to make a change. We're going to go back to Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco gives the Colts a better chance to win football games than Anthony Richardson. And I think what Anthony Richardson did last week was, I don't know if it's unforgivable, but it's going to be frowned upon. His teammates frowned upon it. His teammates were like, I don't know anybody who's been like, oh, yeah, it happens. Anthony Richardson, the quarterback, asked out of the game, was like, I'm tired. I needed a breather. I have never, ever heard such a thing. And I think I really think he might have lost the locker room with it. And I get it. Anthony Richardson runs hard. You know, he's playing, he's moving around more than your typical quarterback. Like, is he moving around? This is like Anthony Richardson is not like a Tom Brady, somebody who's just going to sit back there and pick things apart. He's moving. I get it. But as I was listening this week to some former teammates, guys were like, Luke Kuechly was like, I played with a guy just like him, Cam Newton. Cam Newton never would ask out of the game. Never. And I think legitimately some of his teammates were like, you weren't hurt. You were just tired, and you asked out of the game. I don't know that I can forgive that. I really think I think he lost the locker room with that move. And offensive linemen do not like to throw quarterbacks under the bus very often. But to say, he maybe wasn't the best move, maybe should have. He didn't even wait to hear the play call. It was 3rd and long. All they were doing was running a draw play anyway. He could have easily stayed on the field for that draw play. He would have been fine, but he didn't even wait for the play call to come in. Soon as 2nd down was done, he's tapping his. He wanted out of there. He wanted out. That dude is full of quit. I don't care how much he's running around. You can't do that. You can't do it. He's right. Cam Newton never did that. It is wild, wild behavior, and I think it's cost him his job. Not that he was good at it anyway, but I actually think Joe Flacco is instantly makes the Colts a better football team. So don't be surprised if the Colts start to show a little fight down the stretch with Anthony Richardson sidelined. Do we get our winners, Vic? Vic, everybody paid off? We got our winners? All right. Congratulations to our winners. Enjoy that great Greek food. I am going to stop by there on my way home. That does sound so good. All right. When we come back, we're going to talk to Dr. Jason Garrett of Arasti, see what the latest is in the world of injuries, see who's banged up, see who could be coming back. And we'll wrap up hour number 3. It's the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
On the west side is still working that accident, Loop 410 eastbound, just after West Military Drive. Still about a 15-minute delay. Also on the west side, still working an accident, Highway 90 eastbound as you approach Hunt Lane. About a 15-minute delay there. Then a pocket of heavy traffic on the west side, the Loop 1604 northbound from Highway 151 to John Peace Boulevard. About a 25-minute delay. I'm Dan Miles, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home for Texas A&M football. Saturday afternoon at 6:30. The Aggies, undefeated in the SEC, take on the South Carolina Gamecocks. Presented by Ewald Kubota and the Angry Elephant. Pre-game at 5:30 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
I don't know what your plans are this weekend, but they better include something hot on the grill because Tri-County Meat Market's got specials waiting on you this week. Head over today, head over tomorrow, but head over to either one of those locations. Over on Huebner, out on Ralph Fair. Both of them going to be stacked full. You know, this weekend is worthy of something low and slow and hot and fast. I recommend you go get something that you can cook fast. Get a couple of big old steaks or maybe one of those stuffed chicken breasts, put it on the grill, or maybe do the hors d'oeuvres all the way through the meal. Get some stuffed jalapenos, get some of their fajitas, all the stuff that they've made for you that all you got to do is heat up a grill, charcoal, or gas. It all turns out fantastic. The specials are going to be going on all weekend long. Grab yourself a brisket, Wagyu or not. Let it go all weekend. Have it ready for a Sunday afternoon 3 o'clock game. That's what I'm going to do. You should do the same. And don't forget, walk out the door without that 30 or 5 for 30. You're not doing it right. 5 items, $30. I guarantee you there are 2 meals in this. This is meat, produce, all you need to cook. It's the best deal in San Antonio. Go find out at either location. They say it and I believe it. A great meal starts with great meat. Head over to Tri-County today. Grab some of that good stuff on a grill. Take a picture of it, by the way. Upload it at SaSportsStar.com. You can get $50 Thursday at 6 o'clock. That's when Joe and Jason judge your meat. That's Tri-County. Head over today. Thank me later.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Sounds like wipers. If your wipers are streaking, skipping, chattering, or even worse, loud, you need to visit AutoZone and get some fresh new blades. We've got basic wipers to get you back on the road, as well as premium blades from Bosch and Rain-X. So if you're hearing this, just head to your nearest AutoZone or AutoZone.com.
Get in zone, AutoZone.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Insurance offers a great price and round-the-clock protection when bundling home and auto. It's one of those rare times where you could save money and get something great. Bundle today at Progressive.com. That's Progressive.com.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk from atrial fibrillation, an irregular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Over a 3-year study, Eliquis apixaban tablets reduced stroke risk better than warfarin, and over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke. A first stroke occurred in 2.9% of warfarin patients versus 2.3% of Eliquis patients.
Don't stop taking prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. It may increase your stroke risk. Eliquis can cause serious and in rare cases fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or take longer for bleeding to stop. A spinal injection while on Eliquis increases risk of blood clots, which may cause paralysis, the inability to move. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding, unusual bruising, or tingling, numbness, or muscle weakness. Medications such as aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners may increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
Hey guys, it's AJ from the Morning Huddle. Between us, when you hit a certain age, things start to feel a little off, right? You're tired all the time, your energy's low, maybe even your drive isn't what it used to be. And a lot of that comes down to testosterone, and trust me, it can happen to the best of us. That's where Game Day Men's Health comes in. They know how we feel, and they make it easy. Game Day Men's Health is over there on Bassey Road, across from the quarry. Their office has a relaxed man cave vibe, and they've built a 3-step process that's quick and designed just for us. First, get your levels checked, free testosterone test at their in-house lab. Then you meet with a licensed provider to create a customized plan. And finally, you'll get those fast weekly treatments. After a month, you're going to notice a difference. More energy, better mood, and a kick in your libido. Don't settle. Be the best version of yourself. Call Game Day Men's Health, 210-900-3691. That's 210-900-3691. Feel better, be better at Game Day.
I occasionally have nerve discomfort in my hands, so the things I love to do
Let's play something, Grandma.
became difficult as I got older.
If you have occasional stabbing and burning in your hands and feet, try Nervive Nerve Relief. Nervive's clinically studied dose of alpha-lipoic acid reduces occasional nerve discomfort in as little as 7 days with continued daily use. Say yes to healthy nerves with Nervive Nerve Relief. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
The 149th Fighter Wing of the Texas Air National Guard is hiring both full and part-time positions with over 180 different career choices, including cyber, healthcare, communications, avionics, electronics, and more. The Texas Air National Guard offers a variety of ways you can serve. Earn education benefits that would cover tuition towards a bachelor's degree. To learn more, Google the 149th Fighter Wing. That's the 149th Fighter Wing of the Texas Air National Guard.
Hey, this is Rob Thompson here for Prize Picks, my daily fantasy game. In fact, mine and 10 million others are playing this every day because we know what we're doing. Prize Picks is the best place to get real money on your sports action. Join me and so many others playing every day. You know why? Prize Picks invented FlexPay, which means you can still cash out if your lineup isn't perfect. Look, you know your sports. How many yards is CeeDee Lamb going to get this week? Is Jonathan Taylor going to get 85 or more? You know what you're doing. Go make your play. Prize Picks is the best way to win real money this football season. Which players are going off? Which players aren't? You know you play fantasy football. Put your knowledge to work. And remember, use the code Alamo and there's $50 in it for you. Download the app now. Use Alamo. Play with your friends. It's the best way to have fun and get yourself in the game. Remember, Prize Picks also offers weekly promotions that can add to big payouts. Download the app today. Prize Picks. Run your game.
1, 2, 3, Cowboys! South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Sunday at noon, the back-to-back road trip ends in Atlanta with the boys taking on the Falcons.
I like this kind of party!
Pre-game starts at 11. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds and Ewald Kubota.
You asked for it, you got it! How about them Cowboys?
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. South Texas home of the Dallas Cowboys. It's the Morning Huddle with A.J. Hoffman and Rob Thompson on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Boom, boom. The Athletic put out their first NBA power rankings of the season. Number 1, no surprise, Boston Celtics. Number 2, the Oklahoma City Thunder. The 3-0 Thunder, who are right now the best defensive team in the league. And we'll see what they look like tonight as they take on the San Antonio Spurs. The Spurs, they put all these teams into tiers. And the top team from the great state of Texas is the Dallas Mavericks at number 3. You know, they're 2-1, and they've got a win over the Spurs. You know, good for them. Probably cheated. Number 18, they've got the Houston Rockets. They are in the tier that is called the Bubble. And then the Spurs are number 24. But they're in the same tier. No, they're in the tier called not the tier to fear. They're in the same tier as the Grizzlies, the Hawks, the Nets, and the Hornets. But they are number 24. They have got to figure out how to shoot. They need someone who can shoot. And they really have to figure that. He's 14. He's 4 of 18 from 3. you can't shoot that many shots if you're not going to make them. They need somebody who can, and once that's when Wemby's going to be unlocked, is when they get a shooter on the floor. And maybe Devin's that guy, maybe not. But we'll see how the Spurs continue to roll as we hope to see more jumps in year 2 of Victor Wembanyama. All right, joining us now on the program, and of course joining us now on the Buyers Barricade guest line from Arasti is Dr. Jason Garrett. Dr. Garrett, how are you, sir?
I'm doing great. I'm in Houston right now. That's where I'm calling you from.
Oh, what are you doing in Houston?
Some employer events, some visiting with some of my doctors, making sure that they've got what they need to fix pain fast.
What are you going to eat?
Oh, that's a good question. I had Gringo's Mexican last night. I used to live in Houston, so I grew up down in the Pearland area. I used to eat there all the time. Tonight I'm going to a different Mexican restaurant called Cyclone Anaya, is another good one. So I'm gonna mix up some Houston Mexican versus San Antonio Mexican and see how it goes. All
right. Yeah. If you haven't had Truth Barbecue yet since you've been away, you should stop by there, have some good barbecue while you're there. I guess we'll start with the first injury, and it's my co-host Rob Thompson. I guess the real question is a yeast infection contagious? Should I be worried? Because Rob couldn't make it to work again. He's got this. He apparently has a cold.
He has a sniffle.
Do you know anybody who misses work when they've got the sniffles? They've got a cold, or is this something we should be really worried about?
I'm pretty old school, so unless I am bleeding to death or I can't breathe at all, I will probably be at work or at the gym. So I can't really relate to what Rob's going through.
No, you know what? I don't know if that's old school or if that just means you're a man. Right. I think that's the way I look at it. All right, let's look at what's going on in the world of sports. Chris Godwin, we talked about him a little bit last week with that dislocated ankle. And he's saying now that his best case scenario is a return for the postseason. You tell me, with the extreme nature of that injury, is that even possible? Like, is there a way for him to be back in January, or is that still a little bit too unlikely?
I mean, if he somehow miraculously did not tear any ligaments and he gets the stability back, there's a chance he could play. You could tape it up, put a brace on. The problem is when you're a skill athlete like that, all that cutting and moving puts way more stress on it than, say, like an offensive lineman or defensive lineman. Those guys could come back probably no problem. Him coming back, he's probably not going to be as explosive, so not as useful. And then he'll be much more likely to injure it again, because once you dislocate something, it's just nowhere near as stable. And coming back too soon before things get scarred back down where they should be is a likelihood of re-injuring it pretty badly.
The Spurs, Trey Jones is going to miss some time here. It looks like he's going to miss at least 2 weeks. That's the best case scenario, is 2 weeks with an ankle injury. Clearly, is that going to be like a high ankle sprain, or is there a certain type of grade of sprain that it must be? Because 2 weeks minimum feels like a pretty long time for an ankle.
Well, because it's so early in the season, even a mild ankle sprain that you could probably play through or play in a few days, you want to rest that because, again, just like the other ankle issue, once you sprain it, you're more likely to sprain it again. So why make it worse? So I think they're really just being really conservative. 2 weeks is a pretty short time, actually, for an ankle sprain. It's definitely not a high ankle sprain. If it was a high ankle sprain, you're looking at more like 6 to 8 weeks minimum. Okay. So this is more like that regular one that everyone's done, where you just roll your ankle to the outside. It's called an inversion ankle sprain. They're pretty mild. You can come back really fast from them, but the Spurs are notorious for bringing people back a little bit more conservatively.
The Jacksonville Jaguars wide receiver Christian Kirk is apparently done for the season with a broken collarbone, which sounds extremely painful. Is that something you can make a full recovery from? Like, or is this just the season's lost, we're not going to try and rush the guy back? Or is this something that, like, it's going to take a long time for him to be right?
These are actually – so this is the most commonly broken bone in the body by far. It heals really, really well. Unless you shattered it into a bunch of pieces, more likely than not, they'll probably put a plate in there, and it'll heal pretty well in 6 weeks. Then you just got to make sure that it's fully stable before you start playing on it again. And playing football, you don't want to be smashing a bone that just healed. So, I mean, probably a couple months, and he'll be good to go as long as he's done the rehab and the bone is fully healed.
All right, let's talk about Jordan Love, a strained groin They're saying it's day to day, but he has a shot to play this week. How is it going to limit him? Is it going to be drive on his leg? Is it going to be just his running ability? What all would a strained groin prohibit him from doing, and how much of this is just a pain tolerance thing? Like, can you get out there and actually deal with it?
Yeah, this is actually the opposite of a pain tolerance deal. So groins are sneaky injuries where you pull it, it's like, oh, that's pretty bad. It hurts quite a bit. You might get some bruising on your inner thigh. And then you're like, it really doesn't hurt that bad. I can run in a straight line. I can do some stuff. And then as soon as you take that one extra step or that harder plant or a little bit of a cut, everything unravels. And now you've got a torn hamstring or a torn groin, which is much more significant. So, I mean, it is week to week. If it's a mild strain, you get in there and you aggressively treat it and you get his full range of motion back and you get him cutting and running. He could play next week, no problem. Or he could totally wreck it and make it a lot worse. So it's one of those, it's more of an art than a science to bring a guy back from a groin pull because you just don't really know until you test it out.
Derek Carr, the Saints quarterback, the thoughts are that he's going to be able to return in Week 9. He's missed 3 games with an oblique injury. What do you expect him to look like? Should we expect him to look just like he did pre-injury, or is this going to take some time for him to ramp back up?
No, the good news with oblique injuries, once they're healed, they're pretty good. It's not like a groin pull. So they're all muscular injuries, but they all heal and respond very differently. So when your oblique is good, there's not a lot of rehab for it other than strengthening your core. And he's probably been staying pretty fit, lifting weights and doing other things. So he's keeping all his other muscles strong. I don't see it really holding him back unless he isn't fully healed when he makes his return.
We talked, I guess earlier in the show, we were talking about Dak Prescott and Jerry Jones saying, Dak could run if we really wanted him to. He's still physically capable of it, but he doesn't want him to run because of injury. Dak obviously has not been a runner this year. Do you believe what Jerry's saying, or do you think that Dak, that ankle, when he had that surgery, that basically sapped all of the running that we were going to see out of Dak? That sapped it from his game.
Yeah, I would say based on that injury, one, I'm surprised he even came back, so that was miraculous. And two, watching him move around, I think he's pretty mobile. So I would say he's probably got 80% of his speed and explosiveness, which sometimes that's all you need to get out of the pocket, give yourself a little space. But yeah, he's never going to be a running quarterback. He wasn't a running quarterback to begin with, but now he's much more limited as far as his full speed and breakaway, getting away from tackles.
All right, that is Dr. Jason Garrett from Arasti. Appreciate the time as always, Doc, and we'll talk to you next week. Enjoy Houston, man.
My thoughts and prayers are with Rob and his cold.
Oh, it's very terrible. It's very terrible. I'll see you at the funeral. All guests appear via the Buyers Barricade guest line. Buyers Barricades provides traffic control, rental, and sales for San Antonio and beyond. Online at buyersbarricades.com. As we were taking a look at the Athletics NBA Power Rankings, the worst teams, the bottom 5, the dregs, the basement floor is what it's called. Number 26 is Toronto. They're 1-3. Number 27 is Portland, also 1-3. 28 is Washington. 29, the Utah Jazz. And the worst team in the NBA, at least according to the Athletics' first list, the Detroit Pistons. 0-4 on the season. Yeah, it's just... Now, they played a tough schedule, though. They've lost to the Pacers, Cavs, Celtics, and Heat. They haven't had it easy. They got a new coach. I don't know.
Did they lose by a lot, or was it close?
It's been a mixed bag. They suck. They just suck.
Bottom line.
That's all right. They suck. I'm looking forward to the game tonight. I'll be honest. So this was me maybe, I guess, right before the Warriors really started their dynasty. When Mark Jackson was coaching the Warriors before Steve Kerr took over. I was staying up late to watch the Warriors play on TNT. Anytime those West Coast games would come on and the Warriors were playing, I was watching because I was just fascinated by that team. I didn't know they were going to be a dynasty, but I knew that I liked watching them, and I was like, oh, this team could easily win a title someday. Turns out they ended up being way better than even I thought they were, but I was an early adapter of that team. I loved watching them. Now that team for me is the Oklahoma City Thunder. I am I love the way this team is built. They just seem like they are so complete that anytime I get a chance to see them play, I'm going to tune in and watch it. And, of course, tonight we get to tune in and watch them play against the hometown boys, the San Antonio Spurs. The hope is that the Spurs don't just get humiliated here. That would be ideal. And we'll preview that game coming up in the next segment. But I believe this. I believe the Thunder are the best team in the NBA. I think the Thunder are going to win the NBA title this year. So I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it's a fair measuring stick to the Spurs, who are just in a different place as a franchise. But I am curious to see it. I'm excited to see.
Spurs need a shooter.
Oh my God,
they need one bad.
Gilberto's right. Gilberto on the Brigade Bard says their shooter Vassell cannot stay healthy, and that's true. I mean, they need to get that dude back in the worst way. But the problem is, you can't just have one. Like they got a bunch of dudes who just can't shoot, and
makes you wonder how they got there in the first place. Right?
Well, they're all good at something. It's just none of it is shooting, and like. I don't know. You would think it would be like
is to shoot the ball.
You'd think it would be a priority skill to have,
right?
But no.
Running back that can't run. You know.
Listen, I said having a real point guard was going to unlock Wemby in a way, and we were going to start to see what he was. And now I think the last step to that is finding a shooter to put out there on the floor with him, because Wemby, the gravity of him. The way that defenses collapse onto him when he touches the ball is always going to leave someone open. And if he can't make those open shots, then the alternative is Wemby just trying to power through double teams and hoping that it works. But just doesn't seem like the best recipe for success. But we'll get into that game coming up in the next segment. Elsewhere, we've got the We'll talk some non-sports in the second to last segment, and then we'll do the daily lines. Some good news in the world of baseball. The Chicago White Sox have found a manager, Vic.
Really?
Yep.
That team didn't get sold?
They did not get sold, not yet.
Okay.
But after losing 121 games,
dang, man, that's ridiculous.
They said, well, we better go out and get our guy. And their guy is Texas Rangers coach Will Venable, is going to be the next manager. Played 9 years in the big league. He was the bench coach in Boston before being hired by Texas. He's been an associate manager next to Bruce Bochy for the last 2 seasons. He played for the Padres, Rangers, and Dodgers in his career. 249 hitter, 81 homers. But he is being set up to fail. There's no two ways about it. I don't know how you get around what the disaster of this franchise is. The 42nd manager in franchise history, and apparently they had like a ton of candidates. I wouldn't take this job.
How many?
It says a long list of candidates, and included the Guardians bench coach Craig Albernaz, Padres special assistant A.J. Ellis, Dodgers first base coach Clayton McCullough, and Sizemore, who was the what do they call it, the interim coach. So they said, and the players seemed to like that dude too. So I'm sure he was a real contender.
Does it show his salary? What is he going to be making?
No, it doesn't say it yet.
They don't care. Yeah,
it can't be much. It cannot be much.
Like $30 an hour.
But yeah, so a former Ranger taking over the reins for the White Sox. Speaking of the Rangers, let's give away another ring, Vic. Look at me. I remembered to do it.
Wow.
What a pro. I hope our boss is listening right now. I hope our boss is listening.
Nah, they're probably in the 8 o'clock meeting still.
That's too bad. He would be so proud. And we'd get in the meeting, because we have a meeting after the show on Wednesday. Yeah. Which I think that's why Rob decided to be sick today. He didn't want to. He didn't want to talk to the suits.
He didn't want to face them.
No. So, but normally in these meetings, when I do something good like that, like do all the things I'm supposed to,
Yeah, you get
the boss will be like, "Oh, you're doing such a great job."
Yeah.
And you see Rob just roll his eyes. He's like, "Oh my God, stop it already! Disgusting."
And then he keeps giving you compliments
That's
and
it.
more. Then Rob gets up and goes to the bathroom in the middle of the meeting.
Yeah,
hits the wall,
flips the chair over. Like, it's just what a baby. But let's do. So here's the way we give away these Rangers World Series rings. And the Rangers, I think this might be the last day they're defending World Series champions. So if you want,
oh yeah, that's right.
If you want one of those rings, simply go to Instagram, follow SA Sports Star on the gram, and I think it's SA _ Sports Star if I'm not mistaken, and send a private message. What should it say today, Vic?
I have a cold.
Rob is a baby.
Yeah, there you go.
Just say Rob is a baby. Point out that he's sick. Maybe say poor Rob, and do a little tear emoji, crying baby emoji. But if you are one of the, if you're the lucky winner, they're going to draw. They'll pick out a name of all the people who do that, who are following the station's Instagram, and message in today, and you can get yourself one of those rings. Vince says, I can't believe Joe or Jason didn't come sit in with AJ. I mean, to be fair, what time did we get that text from Rob?
3 a.m.
3:26 a.m. I wasn't gonna call Joe or Jason at 3:26 and tell them to come to work. I just toughed it out. You know why? Because I'm a man.
Yeah, because we're men and we're here.
Is what it is. Hour number 4 coming up. Spurs Thunder preview. It's the Morning Huddle 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You're listening to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. KTFM Floresville. San Antonio Sports Stars 50K Pro Football Pick'em giveaway is back. Head to sasportstar.com and pick the winners of each pro football game every week to earn points for each correct pick. Highest points each week wins a $25 gift card to Mellow Mushroom. Highest points overall scores $1,000 worth of tickets from A Awesome Tickets. Pick the winning ticket of every regular season game. Win the grand prize, $50,000. This is an Audience National contest across multiple markets. The 50K Pro Football Giveaway. Register and win at sasportstar.com.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. With Progressive Insurance, you can make sure your family is well taken care of with life insurance. Protect your phones, laptops, and more with electronic device insurance. And cover your furry friends with pet health insurance. Visit Progressive.com. That's Progressive.com.
The Gomez Law Firm has been helping injured victims in car and trucking accidents for 50 years. We have Jose with the Gomez Law Firm here. Jose, if someone finds themselves faced with the stress of an accident, what next?
Well, the first thing they should do is pick up the phone, call the Gomez Law Firm, or Google joegomezlaw.com.
The Gomez Law Firm is the leader in personal injury law. If you have been in an accident, you need a firm that will fight for you and your family's rights.
We do ride-sharing cases. We do 18-wheeler cases. Obviously, we've done those for very many years.
The Gomez Law Firm fights for you against the big insurance companies and wins. Tell us about some other cases you represent.
Really anything that involves a personal injury and a third party that is responsible for causing that injury, we will be happy to take a look at and see if we can help.
If you have found yourself faced with a personal injury matter, if you've been in an accident or hit by a company vehicle, then it's important to call the Gomez Law Firm today. Visit joegomezlaw.com.
What's that sound? That's the sound of Downy Unstoppable scent beads going into your washing machine and giving your clothes freshness that lasts all day long. There it is again. It's like music to your ears, or more like music to your nose. That freshness is irresistible. Let's get a Downy Unstoppables bottle shake. And now a sniff solo. Nice. With Downy Unstoppables, you just toss, wash, wow, for all-day freshness.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk from atrial fibrillation, an irregular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Over a 3-year study, Eliquis apixaban tablets reduced stroke risk better than warfarin, and over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke. A first stroke occurred in 2.9% of warfarin patients versus 2.3% of Eliquis patients.
Don't stop taking prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. It may increase your stroke risk. Eliquis can cause serious and in rare cases fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or take longer for bleeding to stop. A spinal injection while on Eliquis increases risk of blood clots, which may cause paralysis, the inability to move. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding, unusual bruising, or tingling, numbness, or muscle weakness. Medications such as aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners may increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
Still getting around to that fix on your car? You got this. On eBay, you'll find millions of parts guaranteed to fit. Doesn't matter if it's a major engine repair or your first time swapping your windshield wipers. eBay has that part you need, ready to click perfectly into place for changes big and small. Loud or quiet. Find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. But you already know that. eBay. Things, people, love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Is your everyday congestion preventing you from enjoying life's big moments? Try Vicks Sinex Saline today and get yourself back in the action. Vicks Sinex Saline instantly clears everyday congestion with a gentle ultrafine mist. Sinex Saline's drug-free, no-mess formula instantly moisturizes and soothes dry, irritated nasal passages for quick and effective relief. Get back to enjoying life's big moments to the fullest without having to worry about everyday congestion holding you back. Just Sinex, breathe, use as directed.
Want to keep your gas-powered engines running like new? Stable's proprietary formulas are proven by third-party testing to outperform the competition in keeping fuel fresh, preventing corrosion, and cleaning the entire fuel system. With Stable, you can have confidence you are doing the right thing for your engine's long-term health. Just pour into your gas can or fuel tank, then top off with fresh fuel. At every fill-up or when you store, start with Stable. Available where fuel additives are sold.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
The west side is still working that accident, Loop 410 eastbound, just after West Military Drive. Still about a 15-minute delay. Also on the west side, still working an accident, Highway 90 eastbound as you approach Hunt Lane. About a 15-minute delay there. Then a pocket of heavy traffic on the west side, the Loop 1604 northbound from Highway 151 to John Peace Boulevard. About a 25-minute delay. I'm Dan Miles, KTSA Time Saver Traffic.
San Antonio Sports Center.
In the NFL, Houston Texans wide receiver Stephon Diggs' season is over, as MRIs confirmed he did in fact suffer an ACL tear in Sunday's win over the Colts. In the NBA, the Spurs look to bounce back tonight as they're in Oklahoma City to take on the Thunder. Tip-off set for 8:30. In the World Series, the Yankees take Game 4 with an 11-4 win. The Dodgers lead the series 3-1. I'm Vic Brown with 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
From the studios of San Antonio Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Take care of some business here. Thursday's a big, big day for the station. I don't know if you're aware of that, Vic.
No, what is it?
Every Thursday at 4:30, what happens? Stephen Jones joins the Blitz. That's right. Yeah. Dallas Cowboys executive VP and COO Stephen Jones will be on with Jason and Joe, assuming that Jason and Joe don't have the sniffles, and they can come to work, and they'll talk about everything going on with the Cowboys. And then Thursday night, you know what happens every Thursday night, Vic, on our station?
I'm asleep. I don't know.
Thursday night football, of course.
Oh, of course.
6:30 is the pregame. This Thursday night, the Houston Texans and the New York Jets in a battle. In a battle for supremacy in the AFC. Thursday Night Football presented by Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer. Make sure you're tuned in for that stuff, friends. The San Antonio Spurs and the OKC Thunder. Thunderstruck. I don't know what to expect from the Spurs. I just want to see the Spurs be moderately competitive. Is that too much to ask tonight, you think? Like, can we I don't need them to win. I don't think they're going to win. I just don't want to see them get blown out. I don't think that's too much to ask. I think we could have a nice, good old-fashioned competitive game. That's what I'm looking for tonight between the Spurs and the Thunder. Although the lines kind of suggest that it will not be a competitive game. The Spurs are 13-point underdogs in Oklahoma City. So don't know that we're going to see what I'm hoping for, but I don't think it's too much to ask that they come out and put up a little bit of a fight. This is, to me, it just boils down to depth. Wemby's he's going to be tough for anybody, but I think that if anybody's got a chance to limit him, I think it's going to be Chet Holmgren. That, to me, is the fascinating matchup here. And I don't know that the Spurs have anyone to check Shea. So the Thunder, by the way, 3 games. Their closest game has been a 15-point win. And now we're asking them to win by 13. I think it's probably the way that it works out. So, unfortunately, if you think the Spurs are going to go out and win the game, plus 640, bet $100 you win 640 if the Spurs win. That's a good deal.
Yeah, pretty good.
I don't
want to have the $100.
You got $100.
Not to bet.
Sell your kidney.
You already did, and
Damn.
I lost.
Damn. Well, and that's the thing.
Yeah, I sold it for what, 30, 40 grand? So.
You say you don't have $100 to bet, but you could have 640 if you did.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Just pawn some of your wife's jewelry or something, dude. It's worth it.
Nah, she'll know it's missing.
Then blame one of your kids.
No, I already thought that through.
Thinking man. Just say that your video game son, whatever. What's his? Just say he sold it to play more video games. He's like, he needed a new joystick or something.
He collects all the Call of Duties.
Oh
from,
yeah,
he bought some off of eBay recently. So he was collecting the older games, the PS2, I believe, PS3.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got all the PS like 1, 2, 3, 4.
And he
5.
lives in your house?
Yeah.
And these games are just stacked all over the place?
Yep.
Dude, you gotta get your house in order, man.
Yeah. Well, he's driving trucks now, so he's not even home right now. So his room is just locked up.
So
he comes home on the weekends only.
You can't blame him for stealing the jewelry then.
Yeah, unless it's Saturday.
You might have to blame your daughter.
I could do that.
Yeah. Or doesn't she have babies?
Yeah, I have 2 grandkids.
Say one of the babies ate it.
Or lost it.
Yeah, one of the baby must have taken it.
Yeah. That's a good one. Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then bet $100 on the Spurs tonight.
All right. I'll do it later.
And if you lose, big deal.
It wasn't my ring.
It wasn't your ring. Yeah, not your problem.
Dang babies took it, Gotta watch them.
Alexandra says Texans better beat the Jets. No excuses. Well, they kind of are excuses. And
if it's close, what if this is a close game? What does that say?
I mean, it should be a close game. The Texans are down, their 2 best wide receivers. They're beat up on defense. Yeah, this should be and they're in New York. Should be a close game, but I think the Texans should win. Because they've got a better quarterback. And often it boils down to who's got the better quarterback and the better coach. When it's a close game, that's what I default to almost every time.
Right.
The Texans have a better quarterback. The Texans have a better head coach. That's usually enough to win those tight games. So I'm with you. I think the Texans should win, but no excuses. I don't know about that. I mean, they do have some excuses to pile up. But Aaron Rodgers, you guys, I'm telling you, he's on that cayenne pepper. Y'all think it's a joke. Dude's going to show up like Superman. Vic.
Yeah.
We're on that pellet therapy.
Yeah, we both are, yeah.
Aaron Rodgers isn't allowed to do that. I guess
that's
unless he gets an exemption, he might be able to get an exemption. But this cayenne pepper is probably even better. That's what
I don't buy it.
I think next time I get pellets put in,
yeah,
I'm going to have him dip the pellets in cayenne pepper before he puts them in
water.
me. I'm going to say just rub cayenne pepper on it and then put it in.
And then put it in there? No, it'll burn. Ooh, it's going to burn.
I know, but it's going to be a good burn.
It's going to be a good burn.
That's right, baby. That is right.
I don't know.
Oh, and Vince disowned the Cowboys, and this is his first game as a Texans bandwagoner. Vince, I would pick a different team if I were you. I'm just throwing that out there.
Yeah.
I as someone who covered the Texans for 11 years,
yeah,
I'd play it safe. I'd play it. Just be a Chiefs fan. That's the good life.
Yeah, there you go.
It's a good life, man.
Yeah, worry free. Just you know that you're going to win the games that weekend. And
my brother is he married into his father-in-law is a big Chiefs fan.
Okay.
And
what is your brother? Who does he root for?
He grew up a Cowboys fan.
Okay.
But
like him already.
Now that his father-in-law is a Chiefs fan and takes him up to go to games every year. Now my brother's a Chiefs fan. And
he converted.
He's out on the Cowboys.
Wow.
So he's got like Chiefs gear. He's got a Chiefs hoodie.
Does he have a Mahomes jersey?
I don't know.
Or does he have any jerseys?
I think he does have a jersey. I think his father-in-law bought him a jersey.
It's gotten that far.
Oh, yeah. He's in.
How long has he been a Chiefs fan?
Like 5 years now.
Okay, well.
The dad's been one forever. So, I mean, at least he's not like a full-blown bandwagoner. I'm just jealous because my team's never won anything. So, I don't know.
Yeah,
God, turn around and look at C.J. Stroud. When you look at that dude, isn't it unbelievable that guy's like a world-class quarterback? Are you kidding me?
You look like he could solve a Rubik's Cube is what it is.
C.J. Stroud looks like he should not be good at football.
I know. Play lacrosse.
Yeah, what an odd look.
He looks like he's in the chess club, right?
But yeah, the Texans with no Diggs and no Collins. I don't know what to expect from them. I know to be fair, they did have some depth there. I said this at the beginning of the year. Yeah. Like, they have Tank Dell, they have Noah Brown, John Mechie. I thought they were going to trade John Mechie before the season started because I didn't think there was going to be any touches for him. Probably a good thing that they didn't, because now they at least have some bodies out there. But
well, just like the 49ers, they're out everybody, and they're still winning.
Yeah, they're really good.
Yeah,
really good teams can do that. I don't know how many teams can. I don't know how many teams can afford
probably
to do
around
it.
2, maybe.
Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, the Chiefs are missing their best running back and best receiver. No big deal.
Still 7-0.
Yeah. And all we do is win.
Yeah.
All we do is win.
We may not win by much, but we win. That's what they say.
And Alexandra says, "Boo bandwagon fans." Don't hate Alexandra. Let people cheer for what they want to cheer for. Who cares? Let them love. My favorite thing is all the people who became Patriots fans. Now they're getting what they deserve.
Yeah, our traffic guy got a tattoo of the Patriots right here on his wrist.
Who was that traffic guy? Dan Miles?
No, it was that guy. Yeah, that's in for what's her name?
Debbie.
Yeah, Debbie Alcacer.
Debbie Alcacer.
Yeah.
Why is Dan in? Is Debbie on vacation, or does she have the sniffles?
No, I think she's got the sniffles.
Great.
Everyone's getting the sniffles.
Great. So you're talking about our guy? Oh, the guy who when you say traffic guy, you mean the guy who does like commercials and stuff?
Yeah, Don Morgan.
Okay.
Yeah. He used to work here. He moved to Oklahoma, I believe.
Is he a lifelong Patriots fan or a Tom Brady era Patriots fan?
No, lifelong. He had a tattoo right here on his wrist. I think he got it like when he was a teenager.
So it has the old mascot logo?
Yeah.
Like with the guy down in the 3-point stance?
Yeah. Oh, no. It's the newer logo.
No, then he's not. That's not he didn't get it when he was a kid then.
Yeah.
Because that hasn't been around since he was a kid.
Oh, okay. Well, that's what he told me.
How old is he? Is he younger than me?
Probably the same age.
No.
I would say the same age.
Well,
I never
maybe
really.
then.
Well, I don't know. I'll ask to see how old he is.
Yeah.
I haven't talked to him in a minute, but he's the only guy I know that had like a football team tattooed. Of course, when they were winning, he was all about the hype, and when Brady was winning Super Bowls, and once Brady won the 7th one, he was still sporting, bragging about the tattoo, and then now it's like he wears long sleeves all the time.
If the Bills ever win a Super Bowl, I'm gonna get a tattoo, and it's gonna be Josh Allen,
okay,
Bruce Smith, and O.J. Simpson, and they're all gonna be riding on a buffalo together.
Nice.
So that's my big plan.
Yeah.
But I don't have to worry about. I can have these pie in the sky things because that's never gonna happen. But if it does, I might have an O.J. Simpson tattoo.
It won't happen.
Because then, like, that would be such a great conversation starter.
Oh, yeah, like, what's that tattoo of?
I'd be like, oh, yeah, I've got an OJ tattoo. And they'd be like, no, you don't. I'd say, yeah. I absolutely do. And it would have to be of OJ's face, but it would be young OJ. It wouldn't be, like trial OJ. He would look like he looked at USC.
Yeah, no.
Although maybe getting older OJ would be the best. Maybe that would be because then everybody would recognize it.
That's true too. Nah, get the young one.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll have him trying on the glove, and I'll have Josh Allen trying on a ring next to him.
Ah, classic.
And
yeah,
like it'll be OJ trying on the glove, and it says if it doesn't fit, and it'll be Josh Allen putting on a ring and says fits just fine. Oh, that's the tat right there, baby.
That's it.
That's the tat.
You're going to put it on your back?
Yeah, yeah, it's going to be a full chest piece. All right there. Massive. By the way, Victoria got she's the winner of our ring. We're going to put a ring on Victoria today. She won the Texas Rangers World Series ring. So congratulations to Victoria. All right, friends. When we come back, we'll take a look at what's going on in the world of non-sports. It is the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star traffic from News Talk 550 KTSA.
The northwest side is still in a pocket of heavy traffic. Loop 410 eastbound from Bandera to Honeysuckle. Might want to add an extra 10 minutes to your commute just to be on the safe side. Area. Also, Midtown I-10 upper level eastbound as you approach Frio Street. Just a reminder, reduced to one lane through that construction zone. About a 10-minute delay through that area. I'm Dan Miles, KTSA, Time Saver Traffic.
What's up? 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home of the NFL. Monday night, Thursday night, and Sunday night football. Presented locally by Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
This report is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Progressive Insurance offers a great price and round-the-clock protection when bundling home and auto. It's one of those rare times where you could save money and get something great. Bundle today at Progressive.com. That's Progressive.com.
How you feeling today? I hope there is nothing that is paining you and keeping you out of life. But most people, we deal with a little bit of pain. That you can put aside and go back in, that's one thing. But if you've got pain that is keeping you out of the things you want to do, I want you to call Arasti today. Because not only can they get you out of pain fast, they accept most insurances, but they're going to do it in a way that you might not be accustomed to. It's not about pills or medications to dull the pain, not about surgery to prolong the problem. I'm talking about your body fixing itself. It has worked remarkably well for me. Whether you're dealing with lower back issues, sprains or strains, soft tissue injuries, frozen shoulders, backs, tension, headaches, and everything in between, let Arasti get it fixed. And they do it fast. They're all around San Antonio, new providers all the time. Find them at Arasti.com. I bet there's a provider less than 10 minutes where you are right now. Call them at 1-800-404-6050. Go to their website to get your appointment, but go and thank me later.
If you get arrested, get out of jail fast by calling AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text bail to 474747 or online mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else. Don't be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you one, make sure you understand the conditions before accepting it. AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They have payment plans. Call 210-225-2121 or mybestbailbonds.com.
License number 149.
So this new dose is, nope, that's not it. The price is nowhere to be found.
Mr. Green? Hi, it's all good. We've got this.
This is not just help from a Walgreens pharmacist.
Oh, new prescriptions. Cool. Let me check to see if these are the lowest cost options covered by your Medicare plan.
Oh, that's great. Thank you.
This is someone supporting you every step of the way. Chat with a pharmacist today to find help saving. This is the human kind of help. Walgreens.
Philo's got a world of entertainment for you to explore with just one subscription. Sign up today and start watching all the networks you love, like A&E, MTV, Discovery, Lifetime, Hallmark Channel, and so much more. Featuring current seasons of all the best drama, true crime, reality, and family-friendly shows you can't afford to miss. Get started today and unlock our library of over 75,000 movies and shows. And save all your favorites with the unlimited DVR so you can rewatch them anytime, anywhere for up to a year. Philo now includes access to AMC+. You can discover your next obsession from its collection of hit originals like Mad Men, The Walking Dead, Killing Eve, Orphan Black, and tons of blockbuster movies. There are no contracts, no commitments, and no hassles. For just $28 a month, Philo's a better way to watch TV. So what are you waiting for? Visit philo.tv and sign up today to start your 7-day free trial. That's PHILO.TV.
Whether you're ordering wings for the game, whipping up a 7-layer dip, or ordering pizza, there's something about football that makes you want to eat. And this football season, Uber Eats has the best deals on game day food. No matter what you're craving, from 2-for-1 pizza to buy one, get one wings, Uber Eats will be dropping new deals each week, all season long. Uber Eats, official on-demand delivery partner of the NFL. Order now. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
Guys, Underdog is the place to play if you're a sports fan looking to win money while you're watching sports. They've got all your favorite leagues, teams, and stars to choose from. You think Dak is going to have higher or lower yards than his stat coming up in this game? You can make money off that opinion at Underdog. Create entries with football, basketball, mix and match. You can do it all. They've even got college sports as well. I've been playing a lot of those college props. I think there is some money to be made in those deals. This week on Underdog, I'm looking at the Spurs. I'm going Wemby to go over on his rebounds. And guys, again, every sport is available on here. It's a blast, and it just makes the games more interesting. This season, they're running a special promo or bonus almost every single day. Profit boost, discounts, free picks. They're basically a sure thing. A player has to get higher than a half a point to get the win. All new users get a free pick. Download the app, sign up with the promo code Alamo, deposit now, and get up to $1,000 in bonus cash immediately. That's promo code Alamo. Must be 18 or older. Present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
Get huge savings during the fall sales event at Ancira Nissan on IH-10 West. At Ancira Nissan, lease this 2025 Sentra S for just $218 per month for 36 months. Or this 24 Rogue SV for just $258 per month for 36 months. Stop in or check us out at AnciraNissanSA.com. The fall sales event at Ancira Nissan on IH-10 West between Wurzbach and Heidner.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, South Texas home for Texas A&M football. Saturday afternoon at 6:30. The Aggies, undefeated in the SEC, take on the South Carolina Gamecocks. Presented by Ewald Kubota and the Angry Elephant. Pre-game at 5:30 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. You're listening to the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Morning Huddle, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Have you heard the latest about Elon Musk?
Elon? What's going on with him now?
Elon is working to move his children and mothers to a compound.
Oh, I did hear something about that.
And mind you, he's got 11 children. He wants to move his entire family into a collection of 3 mansions in Austin, Texas. He has told people close to him that he wants his many children, 11 known, ranging from infancy to young adulthood, and 2 of their 3 mothers to move into 2 properties near his own Austin mansion, which is a 10-minute walk away. And, of course, he is I don't think he's done having children because he is talking about the falling fertility rates being the number 1 threat to humanity. We need more people, he's saying. And he says that he needs to father as many as he can, which is crazy.
Well, how many of them are smart as him now?
None. But remember,
There you go.
well, it depends on what you consider smart.
Oh, okay.
But remember, he famously, like, a couple weeks ago was like, Americans need to stop worrying about the cost of having babies and just have more babies.
He has ultimate money, unlimited money.
That's
of course.
easy to say when you're the richest person in the world.
Come on.
Musk bought the 3 mansions for a total of $35 million.
Cash.
Yeah. And well, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But people are saying that that he is there's a chance that Elon becomes a full-blown David Koresh type. So he may want to he wants to have a compound where he can stay away from the outside world and just live the life he wants to live.
That makes sense, I guess.
Does it? Is that what you would do?
I don't know. I wouldn't have 11 children, but
well, you almost did.
I almost did, yeah.
But also remember, the downside of being David Koresh is they eventually light your house on fire and you die. They shoot you and light your house on fire.
That's the only down part, but other than that, it's pretty good,
yeah. There is a deer and when I say a deer, I mean like an animal deer who they've had to call the police department multiple times because the same deer keeps getting his head stuck inside plastic jack-o'-lanterns. He's just roaming around town trying to eat candy out of pumpkin buckets and getting his head stuck. So he's walking around with a bucket on his head. This is I mean, listen, when you can't really teach.
Yeah.
You can't teach an old deer new tricks. It actually looks like a young deer. How old? You said your youngest kid is how old?
22.
They don't do any trick or treating, right?
Yeah, we're gonna be going trunk or treating or to a friend's neighborhood to go trick or treating.
At 22?
Well, no, I mean with the grandkids, but
oh, okay.
Yeah, but I mean, and she's gonna be.
But your adult children aren't gonna be trying to get candy, are they? Okay.
Well, my daughter maybe, but yeah.
Oh, do you get a tax?
No, because I'm diabetic. So
Oh, yeah.
I tax other things, but I'm going to tell my daughter she had 11 cavities this last visit.
11?
11, and she's paying for it. But it's I was like, that's all your teeth, right?
She can't. You tell her she can't have any more candy.
She
Just bring it in.
yeah.
I'll eat the candy.
Okay,
I'll eat her candy. Le'Veon Bell, former NFL player Le'Veon Bell, has come out and said that Beyonce sold her soul. He said, "We've been new. Beyonce sold her soul. This is nothing new." Because Beyonce is supporting Kamala Harris.
Oh yeah.
And Le'Veon Bell, I believe, is a Trump guy, but Le'Veon Bell, who spoke at the Trump rally in Pennsylvania, says he calls her a tramp, even though he has 7 kids by 6 women. He's calling someone a tramp. I don't know.
They're grasping for stuff to downplay any supporter of Kamala.
He was wearing a Trump or the Tramp shirt.
Oh, yeah,
I feel like once you got 7 kids by 6 baby mamas, you're not allowed to call anybody a tramp.
Nope.
I feel like that's the cutoff date. And how dare he badmouth sweet Beyonce? Speaking of sweet, Salma Hayek. Oh, my sweet, sweet Salma Hayek. What a lovely, lovely lady. Mm-hmm. I think maybe she is the queen of not aging. She's 58 years old.
Oh, I know. She
looks incredible.
She looks like she's 35.
Incredible.
What's her secret?
Well, drinking the blood of virgin goats is the secret. Everyone knows that. Or babies.
Or cayenne pepper.
Eating. Oh yeah, that's what it is. Eating cayenne pepper on babies. That's what everyone in Hollywood eats babies. You know that, Vic.
Yeah. Sorry.
She's worth $200 million. Okay, so that's her net worth. That's a good amount of money.
Yeah.
I'd feel good if I woke up one day and that's what I was worth. She's married to a French billionaire, Francois-Henri Pinault. And now she says she feels pressured to make more money. She said, I support a lot of the aspects of my life and myself. I have the pressure to make a certain amount of money, and I like it. And now I decided I want to make more. She said that she and her husband, who has an estimated net worth of $34.8 billion, keep their finances separate, and there's no prenuptial agreement dividing the assets. He's like an old, gross man.
How old is he?
Why did she marry him if it wasn't for money? He's 62.
Okay.
And again, she's 58, but she doesn't look 58.
And he looks 62.
He's 62. And I mean, I shouldn't. He looks decent for a 62-year-old man.
Not a gray?
But Salma could do much better if she's not looking for dough.
Yeah.
Like if this isn't about money, Salma could.
Yeah, he's in the B club, the billion club.
Yeah, he is he's the president and CEO of Kering Group, which controls the luxury labels Gucci, Saint Laurent, Bottega Veneta, Balenciaga, Alexander McQueen, and many more. Although it does say Salma was born to a wealthy family as well in Mexico. So, I don't know. They're rich folks marrying rich folks. They don't ever want to. They never want to marry us and throw the dough our way, Vic.
No.
Although you're white, you got a sugar mama.
Kind of.
Yeah. She's the breadwinner.
Definitely. She makes a lot more than me here.
There you go. All right. When we come back, we're going to do what we always do in the final segment. We're going to take a look at the daily line, see where we can make some money. It is the Morning Huddle on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Dallas Cowboys head coach Mike McCarthy goes one-on-one with the Morning Huddles, AJ and Rob, Friday mornings.
You invited Dak and Coop over to the house. What mama cooked?
She never disappoints.
Well, what was the meal? We're really curious.
Well, she had the local pizza, salads, pasta dish, chicken.
Mike McCarthy's unfiltered look at the Cowboys' upcoming game. Friday mornings at 6:45 and 9. Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
What is GMTVCC? That's a mouthful, but translation for GMTVCC.com is Give Me the VIN Classic and Collector Cars. It's a brand new buying division of Give Me the VIN, but it's for classic and collector cars. Experienced pro buyers will appraise an offer on your 1970 Hemi Cuda or 1988 Fox Body Mustang or your granddad's old 1985 square body Chevy truck. GMTVCC.com is where you go to get real money for classic and collector cars to get paid now. That's GMTVCC.com, brought to you by Give Me the VIN.
I hope you woke up this morning, stepped into a Connecticut water softened shower, and attacked the day. That's what I did. I've had a Connecticut for some time now, and people keep asking me, why would I want to change water softeners? Well, I'll tell you why. Connecticut was designed and built in the United States. It is the most efficient water softener in the business. You don't plug it in. There's nothing to break, and the warranty is as good as anything you're going to find. Is that enough? I'll tell you what. How about even more? Our water coming out of our aquifer and our wells, it makes some good sweet tea and some fine beer, but how about the stuff that gets stuck in your pipes? You don't see it till you call a plumber, and then when you see it, it's well too late. Get you a Connecticut. You're not going to have to worry about that. And right now, if you'll call them, you'll get 90 days without any kind of questions at all. They want to prove to you that Connecticut's the one. Dial 656-PURE. They'll come out immediately for all the details. Go to ConnecticutSA.com. Get yourself a Connecticut and thank me later.
Listen to this station anytime, anywhere on Odyssey. Odyssey is your new audio home for all the music, news, sports, and podcasts that matter to you. Odyssey. That's AUDACY. ACY.
If you're looking for something light and refreshing to drink, give Love Street Blonde from Karbach a try. One of the best beers you'll find in Texas, a Kolsch-style blonde hopped delicately with floral German hops. This beer has a clean malt profile you're going to love. Check them out wherever you get your Karbach beer.
Halloween's coming alive at Target. Jackie and Gordy, the Jack-O-Lanterns, here with last chance Halloween deals. Looks like Mom's got the old pumpkin bucket stocked with the best candy, starting at $5.99.
Lucky pumpkin bucket. Oh, there's Dad party planning with a same-day delivery order.
Yes, it's a BOGO 50% off pizza party with Target Circle. Plus, buy 3, save 40% on soda 12 packs with Target Circle.
Nice saves, Dad.
Make your Halloween come alive at Target. Need it last minute? Get same-day delivery with Target Circle 360. Restrictions apply.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk from atrial fibrillation, an irregular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Over a 3-year study, Eliquis apixaban tablets reduce stroke risk better than warfarin, and over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke. A first stroke occurred in 2.9% of warfarin patients versus 2.3% of Eliquis patients.
Don't stop taking prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. It may increase your stroke risk. Eliquis can cause serious and in rare cases fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or take longer for bleeding to stop. A spinal injection while on Eliquis increases risk of blood clots, which may cause paralysis, the inability to move. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding, unusual bruising, or tingling, numbness, or muscle weakness. Medications such as aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners may increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
Hi, everyone. If you or someone you know were diagnosed with lung cancer or mesothelioma, listen up, because you could be entitled to significant compensation. We have legal professionals standing by right now to take your call, and they'll tell you if you qualify for a cash settlement. Call 800-570-0200. That's 800-570-0200. Call now and find out how much money you could potentially get.
Advertisement sponsored by Legal Help Center, may not be available in all states.
Hey, this is Rob Thompson here for Prize Picks, my daily fantasy game. In fact, mine and 10 million others are playing this every day because we know what we're doing. Prize Picks is the best place to get real money on your sports action. Join me and so many others playing every day. You know why? Prize Picks invented FlexPay, which means you can still cash out if your lineup isn't perfect. Look, you know your sports. How many yards is CeeDee Lamb going to get this week? Is Jonathan Taylor going to get 85 or more? You know what you're doing. Go make your play. Prize Picks is the best way to win real money this football season. Which players are going off? Which players aren't? You know you play fantasy football. Put your knowledge to work. And remember, use the code Alamo and there's $50 in it for you. Download the app now. Use Alamo. Play with your friends. It's the best way to have fun and get yourself in the game. Remember, Prize Picks also offers weekly promotions that can add to big payouts. Download the app today. Prize Picks. Run your game.
So this new dose is, nope, that's not it. The price is nowhere to be found.
Mr. Green? Hi, it's all good. We've got this.
This is not just help from a Walgreens pharmacist.
Oh, new prescriptions. Cool. Let me check to see if these are the lowest cost options covered by your Medicare plan.
Oh, that's great. Thank you.
This is someone supporting you every step of the way. Chat with a pharmacist today to find help saving. This is the human kind of help. Walgreens.
It's The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2.
Coming up on The Blitz, the Spurs have an early season showdown in OKC. Ought to be a lot of fun.
Plus, a big weekend in college football. Let's talk about it with Danny Cannell. He joins us at 5:15.
The Blitz starts at 2.
The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons at 2 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey, this is Greeny. Join me today at 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
How many political calls do you get a day?
Not many.
Oh, my God. Text? You get text, too?
I got one. I've only gotten one.
Dude, I get them non-stop.
Where'd you put your number?
Nowhere. But I get political calls from Vegas.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
I get political calls from Houston. And I get political calls from Austin because I have an Austin phone number.
That's right.
they never stop, and I'm like,
And how long have you had that number?
20 years.
Yeah, that's probably why.
Wow.
Yeah. Some old database dug you up.
Well,
you signed up for something.
Yep.
No.
I can't wait for the election to be over.
I know.
I cannot wait. I don't even care who wins at this point. I just want it to just let it be over. Let it be over, and let's just get to the next election cycle in 4 years. Let's just do that, right?
Yeah.
All right. Let's do what we always do this time. Take a look at the daily lines.
It's the Morning Huddle's look at the daily lines with AJ and Rob on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Daily lines brought to you by SA Card House, San Antonio's premier card house, located at 281 in Bitters. Hoping my nap goes well so I can get out there and throw some cards tonight. Try and make some money. If I hit it big, Vic,
You hook me up?
I'm gonna have the sniffles tomorrow. Because I'm gonna be.
You're gonna be gone.
I'm gonna be moved out. I'm gonna be gone, retired.
You're gonna move next to Rob out by the Thompson estate?
No, I'm gonna move into Elon Musk's ranch.
Oh, there you go.
Live on his compound.
Yeah, you're gonna
with his baby mamas.
Hook up with one of them?
No, well, he won't want me around because I'm snipped. I can't have babies anymore.
Yeah.
So he'll be like, he's not interested in me. He only wants creators around.
Yeah.
I'm not a creator anymore. Let's take a look at what's going on with the daily lines. We'll start in the NBA. The Boston Celtics, 6.5-point road favorites at the Pacers. Pacers aren't doing a lot of winning, but they are doing a lot of hanging in there. I just don't. Rob warned me the other day, don't bet against the Celtics right now, and he might be right. They just seem like they are a juggernaut. So probably a pass for me. The Lakers 5-point dogs in Cleveland. I kind of like the Cavs. I've been a Cavs guy this year. I like them. I think the Lakers are still a little bit of fool's gold, and they're wearing their guys down early. The Pistons are 4-point dogs at the Sixers. The Sixers still no Paul George, still no Joel Embiid. I don't know what they're doing. They got fined $100,000 because Daryl Morey apparently was saying things that were inconsistent about the injury status of his players.
Oh yeah.
So he got fined $100K. I don't know what's going on with the Sixers. I've got no interest in being involved in any of their games until everybody's on the floor and playing. Hawks are 5-point favorites at the Wizards. I feel like the Hawks have been favored in every freaking game this year. They got the easiest early season schedule, and now we get to see Zachary Risachet take on Alex Sa, the two Frenchies going at it. The Toronto Raptors plus 6.5 at Charlotte. The Miami Heat 1.5-point home dogs hosting the New York Knicks. Now that's appealing to me. Might be on the Heat there as a home dog. I do like the Magic minus 5.5 in Chicago. I think Chicago stinks. I think they had a nice all-in effort the other day. I don't expect them to look good in this one. The Brooklyn Nets are at the Grizzlies. God, the Nets are so bad. Grizzlies minus 12 in that one. We mentioned the Thunder and the Spurs. The Thunder minus 12.5. The total in that game 221. I believe the Thunder are going to get the job done here. I think they're going to win by probably 15, 16 points. So I would be on the Thunder. And the Pelicans, 2.5-point dogs at Golden State. I would need to know the status of Steph Curry before I wagered on this particular game. And the Clippers, 8.5-point home favorites against the Portland Trailblazers, the lowly, pathetic Portland Trailblazers. Boy, we had some ugly football last night. Let's hope that it's a little better today. Jacksonville State at Liberty. Liberty, a 2-point favorite. Jacksonville State's just been running around smacking the crap out of everybody. Liberty just lost to maybe the worst team in the country in Kennesaw State. I have no idea what's going to happen. I do expect there to be a lot of points. Jacksonville State's played a pretty weak schedule, but they've been putting up the points. Their defense has been able to hold up because they haven't played anybody good on offense. Liberty should be able to score, but then again, Liberty couldn't score against Kennesaw last week, so I don't know. I lean to Jacksonville State, lean to the over. I do like Western Kentucky tonight. Western Kentucky, a 24-point favorite against Kennesaw. Just think about it. This Western Kentucky team, by the way, smacking everybody around. Kennesaw State just had the biggest win in their program's history. They rushed the field twice last week after they beat Liberty. Rushed the field twice. They rushed the field. The refs made them get off for one more play, and then they rushed the field again. I can't imagine a program being any more high than they are. And you also have to consider that when you win a game like that, people are like, oh, maybe they're not as bad as we thought they were. Maybe they're okay. And you sometimes get a little bit better number than you would normally get. Kennesaw State is really, really, really bad at football, and Western Kentucky, not really, really bad at football. I think this game should be about, I don't know, 27. So if I'm getting 24 or I'm laying 24, I'm going to be fine doing that. I just think that Kennesaw just had their big moment. You're going to see the old school Kennesaw where they just look like garbage again, and Western Kentucky smacks them around. The World Series, Game 5. We continue tonight with the Yankees and the Dodgers. Someone's got to win, unfortunately. Someone's got to win. Garrett Cole, a minus 150 favorite on the mound tonight for the Yankees. Jack Flaherty, plus 125 on the comeback. I'm going to bet the Dodgers tonight. I'm going to say the Dodgers get the job done. They beat Garrett Cole. It ends here.
Right now.
Oh, in front of all these sad Yankee fans.
Oh, man.
The sad Yankee fans that acted like a bunch of bitches yesterday trying to yank the ball away from play. It's like,
yeah, come on, man. Come on.
Yeah. As if we didn't already have enough reason to not cheer for Yankee fan. It's out of control now. So, yeah, give me the Dodgers plus 125. I think Dodgers can get that job done. The current odds on that Jets-Texans game, Jets minus 1.5, Texans plus 1.5, total 42 up in New York. So Texans road underdogs to the Jets, who look hapless, but you have to take into account that the Texans are they're a beaten down commodity right now. That said, wanted to take a look at the division odds at this point. It's a good time of year to dig into that as we approach the halfway point. The NFC North, which I think is the most entertaining division, the Lions are minus 135, Vikings 3-1, Packers plus 380. I think there's value on the Vikings. I know they already lost to the Lions once, but I like that team. I think they're better than anybody wants to give them credit for. So I would take the Vikings at 3-1. Everybody I've talked to is like, oh, it's either Lions or Packers. I don't know why the Vikings aren't getting any love. The Bills are minus 4,000 to win the AFC East, and I suppose that happens when you start out the season with a 6-2 record, and everybody else in your division is either 2-5 or 2-6. So the Bills, with a comfortable lead right now in the AFC East, I don't know that we even need to give the odds on the other teams to win it. But, of course, the Jets are still the second favorite at 20-1. The Patriots, 100-1. And the Patriots beat the Jets. So that should tell you something. Texans minus 2,000 favorites in the AFC South. And again, that boils down to who's your competition. The Colts are the second favorites, 11-1. Jags 30-1. They're trading away starting offensive linemen, so I don't think they're getting any better. And the Titans, who are just pathetic, are 50-1. Yeah. They believe Will Levis is a real NFL quarterback. No one else does. So 50-1 feels about right. The AFC North, Ravens minus 165, Steelers plus 180, Bengals still a long shot at 9-1. And the Cleveland Browns, the Jameis Winston-led Cleveland Browns, 150-1.
Wow.
They already beat the Ravens. They beat the first-place team.
Yeah.
They're not winning the division. The NFC South, the Falcons minus 450, Tampa's plus 350, Saints 22-1, Panthers 300-1.
Wow.
In the AFC West, Kansas City Chiefs minus 8,000, Chargers 20-1, Broncos 22-1, Raiders 300-1. The NFC West, the 49ers still plus 110, still favored to win the thing. Arizona plus 320, Rams plus 390, Seahawks plus 500. I'll be honest, I'm kind of interested in the Rams. The Rams can be very good at times. We saw it again this week. The Rams are healthy right now. Who knows if they'll stay healthy? So maybe not the best way to bet them would be a futures bet, but I do think the Rams are a very good team when they're right. And finally, the NFC East. The Philadelphia Eagles, your favorites at minus 135.
Mm-hmm.
The Washington Commanders, plus 145. The Dallas Cowboys, 9-1, plus 900. But it's better to be plus 900 than to be the New York Giants. 350-1 if you think the Giants can come back and win the NFC East. So any day now. Any day now. The Cowboys' odds to make the playoffs. Yes is now plus 300, no minus 400. So the Cowboys are now a massive underdog to even make the playoffs.
We wouldn't survive in there anyway.
There's
no way.
Yes, you're right, but yeah,
even a wild.
No, you're right. The 49ers, for reference, who just won the game against the Cowboys, minus 180, yes, plus 150, no. So that's the difference in what one game can do. Is
a big difference.
Yeah, it is. It is a pretty big difference. So there you go. There, I'll run quickly through the hockey lines. I know no one really cares, but if you do, the Winnipeg Jets are minus 150 at Detroit. The Islanders minus 150 at the Blue Jackets. Tampa Bay and Colorado are a pick'em. Calgary is a road dog to the Utah Hockey Club. Utah Hockey Club minus 125. Golden Knights minus 125 at home, or on the road against the LA Kings. And the Vancouver Canucks minus 125 hosting the New Jersey Devils. Vicky Valancourt is the devil, according to Bobby Boucher's mom. So we all know that. So there you go. There is your look at the Daily Lines. The Daily Lines brought to you by SA Card House, San Antonio's premier card house. Like I said, I think I might be out there this evening, depending on how my nap goes. Oh, it's going to be a good nap today.
Yes, it is.
Also, we have odds, it appears, on will Rob Thompson be at work tomorrow?
What are you taking? What is it?
Yes, minus 140.
Okay.
No, plus 115.
Aha.
What do you think?
Probably no.
Ooh, you're trying to go the underdog route, huh?
Yeah. I'll pick the underdog.
I'm going to go yes. I mean, I set the line. I clearly, minus 140, I think he's going to be in. Last time, remember, he was sick, and then he showed up the next day, ready to go.
Yeah.
I don't even, and yesterday, he was already sick yesterday. Now he's sick today.
He's more sick. I think he's going to be sick one more day, but if he comes in, he could be contagious. I don't know if you want to get.
Oh, I don't want him to come in if he's contagious. I'd rather do the show by myself.
Yeah.
But I just want some warning. I don't like waking up to a text saying,
I'm not coming.
I'm not coming to work today, friend. Good luck.
Yeah.
And then Vic comes in and he's like, oh, yeah, I'm sick too. I'm not going to be very useful today either.
Yeah. But I'm here.
Right. You are here. You gutted it out.
Then again, I only live 5 minutes away. So
you're a trooper. That's
That's
all I've got to say about that.
Yeah, I was in the shower going, I got to push through. I got to get there.
You're a warrior. That's what when what is his name? Oh man.
Which one? Who?
The boxing promoter, Bob Arum.
Oh.
When he says, he's got the fighting Mexican spirit.
Yeah. Yes, I do.
Vic has got that. That's why I love to see the Mexicans fight, because you can never count him out. He's sick. He shows up at work anyway.
Yeah.
He puts up a fight for his people.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about the Mexicans.
Representing.
Bob Arum is like, he's that age, and I guess he works in boxing where there's every race is represented.
Oh yeah.
But like
the Italians and the Mexican, the Puerto Ricans. Yeah.
He literally puts everyone into a box based on their race.
Yeah.
And he's like, the black fighters, they rely a lot on speed, a lot on power, but Floyd is different. Floyd doesn't fight like a black. Like a black? What?
What are you talking
That's
about?
not how Floyd fights. He's a defensive fighter. He doesn't need that athleticism.
The way the white fight.
He fights careful, like a white.
Yeah.
The white man doesn't have a chin, so he doesn't want to get hit. Is that all white people, Bob? It's generally, Mexicans, don't worry about their chin.
No.
They can take it.
Yep.
They can take it.
That's funny.
What a guy. All right, friends. What a show we've had today.
Yeah.
Again, I don't know if Rob's going to be here tomorrow. I don't know if Debbie Alcacer is going to be here tomorrow. I don't know if Edwin's going to be here tomorrow. I know I'll be here tomorrow. We'll see about Vic.
Yeah. I'll be here no matter what.
I don't know. You missed one earlier, too. You missed a couple days, didn't you, when you got sick?
Yeah, Thursday and a Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, they made me stay home because I can't get the guy who talks for a living sick.
Yeah, they don't want you to get me. I'm the prize around here.
Yeah, they were like, stay away from him.
I'm
Don't
the
get him
prize
sick."
pig, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
All right, we'll do it again tomorrow. We'll try and do better for you. And yeah, the Blitz is going to come up at 2:00. They might do better than I did today by myself. I'm not sure. I hope you.
We'll see.
I doubt it. I was probably really awesome today. Now that I think about it, in hindsight, this was a great show.
Yeah, it was.
This was a great show.
Gave away a bunch of stuff. Everybody's happy.
Everybody's happy.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
The suits are happy. Listeners are happy.
Oh, I had one more thing I was supposed to read. I'm going to have just enough time to do it, too.
Okay.
Texas A&M football this weekend. Hitting the road for South Carolina. You can catch it on 94.1. Starts at 5:30 on Saturday. Pregame brought to you by Ewald Kubota and the Angry Elephant. Kickoff set for 6:30 from Kyle Field and College Station.
Yes!
This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, KTFM Floresville.
Ahead of the field and throws it down with a right hand.
Your home